All right.
I can't.
I'm gonna switch this.
I'm getting to that fucking point in time when it comes to fucking Twitter, so I'm turning into a fucking worse person. Like each fucking time with stupid people with fucking wrestling wars all the fucking time on my timeline.
Well, that's the first
to a
thing.
point where I'm going to start blocking.
There's some things we're going to talk about. So I guess, all right, since we're here, let's start with the first wrestling topic, okay? So since we're here at the podcast, let me say now that I am completely trashed because I've been drinking since the beginning of all this. All right, I've been drinking since the beginning. I've been drinking since last night, actually. So, because I knew this podcast was going to be crazy. Look, I want to say now that Ben said, if those who don't know on Twitter, he has said that our meetings need to be recorded. I'm going to go a step further. No, I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to say our meetings, we need to be arrested.
Oh, fuck, no, don't do that.
You're talking about arrested because the things that are said behind the scenes, my God, I just don't understand anymore.
Oh boy. It's literally a 5-man podcast, just the 5 of us when we get to our meetings. It is,
the meeting alone will get us in trouble. So we have to tone it down for you, the audience. Let me say that there's no other podcast, and I say this, even professional podcasts, that go through the lengths that we go through in order to put this together. I'm saying this now. Even the biggest ones that have like millions of viewers, if you hear the way they talk, oh, I put the podcast together and these are the topics we talked about and we don't talk about it until we get into the car or whatever. Nah, we don't do that. We get together days ahead of time and let you know exactly what we're going to do. And our meetings go for what? Meetings start at what? 8, 9 o'clock? It didn't end till like 12.
Something like that.
Like 12.
Especially when we talk, especially that debate we talked about on Friday.
Debate, like, these are things that y'all don't see. These are things y'all don't understand. I've been drinking since yesterday, and after that boxing match, we will talk about that later. After the boxing thing, oh my God, I need a drink because I need Doctor Strange. I'm letting y'all know now. I need to meet Doctor Strange. I went off this timeline. I need to be in another Earth at this point after everything that I saw last night. All right. So, anyways, before we start, I want to say rest in peace to Shannon, Daffney, Unger. For those who don't know, I want to give her a 3-bell ring. All right. For those who don't know, she ended up shooting herself in the chest. Wrestler. She was a pivotal part in WCW and in Impact. So I would like a moment of silence real quick so I can do this 3-bell ring real quick out of respect. So let's start. And I want to say that rest in peace Daffney Unger on that one. Shannon, Daffney Unger. It's a shame that she had wrestled with depression. It's a shame that she ended her life the way she did, and given her contributions to wrestling, it's a shame that everything that happened. We know what happened. Now, we had followed this closely. For those who don't know, we followed this closely when it was happening. We talked about this, was it in our Discord, and the police apparently went to her home and said, yeah, they were like, no one's home, and they left. When you have a suicide case, you just don't stop. You just don't knock on the door and be like, all right, she's not home, and walk away. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. You have to cover this more. And I know a lot of people are going to say, and like I said before, I'm going to say again, I have been drinking since last night. I am drinking now. I am absolutely trash. Understand that when, and I can say this even when I'm trash, when there is a problem in this type of case, when you are suicidal, you do not just knock on a door and say, oh, well, I guess no one's answering, so that means she's not home, and then leave the premises. That's not how it works. Common sense should tell you that you have to search more. You got to look through windows. You got to see what's going on. Apparently,
I don't understand why they didn't just smash through the fucking door.
Well,
because if it's you go into it, don't you? At that point.
It's
Well, laws work different over here in America.
Laws work different in general, from state to state. It's not
state to
America.
state, but there's also they need some kind of reason to enter. I mean, of course, if you have someone that's possibly suicidal, I mean, I understand that. I mean, I think that's a pretty good reason to. But at the same time, who's to say you can't have the police smashing down your door because people get.
Also,
you can get shot for that over here.
Yes, you can.
I mean, like
there
was an actual video that she was saying that.
Yeah, there was a video. Yeah, she was loading up the gun. She was. Yeah, it's a shame that Daffney went out the way she did. It goes to show you that all it takes is a little bit of love to help people. You understand? This podcast, we are all about giving people their flowers. Nothing but love. Even if there's misunderstandings, we don't play that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. So it's a shame that Daffney took her own life. Rest in peace, Daffney Unger. Shannon Daffney Unger. Shimmer had announced it. It's a shame that it happened. But I remember Daffney when she was in WCW and when she was in TNA, especially in TNA. Man, she was a hottie. She was just off the chain. It was like, yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's a shame that
she had one of the best title runs.
It was. Yeah, and to be with Stevie Richards and to see that this is happening, it's a shame that it happened. And I just want to give her flowers. I just wish that we would have gave her flowers before this happened. You know what I mean? So it's a shame. While she was living.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
It is. It's unfortunate, and I wish that we would have, in my opinion, I wish that we would give her flowers before this happened. Maybe she would have felt a little bit more appreciated, or fans in general. Maybe she would have felt more appreciated, and she wouldn't have done what she did. But man, let me talk about Carl Anderson, and I have to say this because Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson. You must be out your fucking mind. Now, before we get any further on this, let me say Carl Anderson. For those who do not know what he did, Carl Anderson, part of the Good Brothers. Yeah. WWE, after this happened, decided that they wanted to put out a mental health program for the wrestlers. Okay, they decided that, hey, after this happened, all our wrestlers were going to extend a mental health program for them. Now, while that's okay and it's all great, Carl Anderson decided, hey man, fuck y'all for doing that. That's what he said. Fuck y'all garbage. Y'all push this shit. Yeah, WWE sucks for this. Now look, before we get into this, let me say that I understand both sides of the issue. Alright? Carl Anderson's issue I can understand. Because he's saying, y'all didn't give a shit about mental health until now. Y'all didn't give a shit. Many wrestlers have died or have suffered through mental health over your program, and you never had any type of problem. You didn't offer any help to those wrestlers before you. Because let's be honest here, we saw it with Test, we saw it with a number of people, and they were never given any help. There was never an extension of a help.
Especially Chris Benoit.
Yes, it always brings me back to Chris Benoit. It's always going to bring back Chris Benoit. It's always going to. It always.
That was tragic.
Anybody who saw Dark Side of the Ring, I mean, my God. I mean, once Eddie Guerrero died, Chris Benoit just lost it. And WWE did not, or WWF, however you want to say it, did not extend any help whatsoever to Chris Benoit. So I understand Carl Anderson's, his stance on the issue. Here's the problem I have with Carl Anderson, all right? You picked the wrong time. You need to read the room and understand that this is not the time to talk about this. You picked the wrong time. So when he decided to respond to people who were jumping on him and saying, oh, you're nothing but a bunch of marks and blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker, man. Stop. This is not the time nor the place to start calling people marks and everything else. It's not. It's just not. You can't tell me that that's okay. You can't. Sorry, can't. He should have known better.
But one of his logical arguments was, I created fucking Bullet Club. You didn't fucking create anything, you fucking idiot. You just copied from the NWO, you fuckwit, which stole from New Japan back in the day.
That's all he did. And Jay White called him on it. Jay White called him on it in TNA or Impact Wrestling. He said, y'all dudes is throwing up 2 sweets like it's 2013. Stop it. Stop it. He said that shit.
I mean, I don't know for those who watch Being the Elite on YouTube and stuff, but he did say WWE sucked on their latest episode.
Yeah, he did. So I don't understand what he was thinking.
He was going to say he was trying to pick fights with people as well, saying, "Oh, you won't see this."
Well, they bodied him.
Yeah,
he was. Yo, no, they bodied him because he was like, "Oh, you know, if you ask for an autograph, I'm not going to sign it." And people was like, "Who is asking for your autograph? Who? Who?
Trust, bro."
This is one term I never understood in wrestling lingo. Mark. What does that even mean?
A mark is somebody. Yeah, go ahead, Ben. Go ahead, Tom.
It pretty much means that you think it's real. Like you think everything's correct. Like it's the term of that you're a smart mark, that you know the business and stuff like that. That's what the mark is. Yeah. Which makes no fucking difference.
Meaning you believe in what's being said on the show when it's really not like that. That's
back when we're all with fucking wrestling fans. Yeah. Before it was real.
Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on Carl Anderson. I really don't. I want to move on.
He's not really worth the time.
He's not worth the time. I want to talk about real quick during this pre-show. I want to talk about Spider-Man 2. That's right. So for those who did not see the Sony showcase, Spider-Man 2 is coming. Miles Morales and Peter Parker will be teaming up against Kraven and Venom. That's right, in the new game. And let me say that, given what I saw on Twitter when people was trying to say, "Oh, this is race swapping because Tony Todd is playing Venom," are you fucking serious? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Like,
where's Matt Gargan? That's what I want to say. Where's Matt Gargan?
Tony Todd is a legend in horror. He's Candyman. He's a legend in horror. For you to try and troll the fact that this is race swapping, you need to shut the fuck up. And I called the guy on it too. I was like, "Yo, like, stop trying hard. You're a tryhard at this point. Stop playing with me. I'm not trying to hear it."
I don't care who Venom engulfs. It's fucking Venom. Who gives a flying fuck who it is?
Venom's supposed to sound, devious and
yeah,
diabolic anyway.
Manipulative. Yeah, manipulative. He's supposed to. Yeah. So Tony Todd got the role to play Venom. Not Eddie Brock, but Venom. There's a difference.
They want to try and stick away
two different people.
Two different people.
Yeah.
And people tried to say...
go through Spider-Man first as well, so there's going to be a fight between him and the other Spider-Man.
Yeah, and it's like they tried so hard. The person tried so hard to try and troll and say, "This is SJW propaganda, blah, blah, blah." No, it's not. If you can't tell the difference between SJW propaganda, which we will talk about today.
Oh, these fucking SJW.
Yeah, I know. But
taking away your words, man.
If you can't tell the difference,
away my fucking words.
But if you can't tell the difference between this and actual character development, then this isn't for you, and you have a problem. You need to go outside. You've been spending too much time on Twitter.
Look, they need to have a Latino Venom now.
Miles Morales is Latino.
He's not Venom.
No, he's not Venom, but he's Spider-Man.
No. Maybe in a different.
Okay, you know what? Okay, they need to have a Miles Morales. I guess you're right. Yeah, but not a Venom.
I put like this.
You need to have Rick Diaz.
I put like this.
Oh shit!
Had to slide that one in there.
Look,
I didn't say it.
I want to let the record show that in X amount of pods we've done, that Brian has brought up Rick Diaz more than Cody has.
I have to keep it going.
I mean,
It's just like the
I put it
fucking
like this,
ticket.
man.
It's going to be
I put it like this. Yeah,
Antonio Benamonto.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Wing Zero.
Benamonto.
But
Look, man,
look,
I haven't said. Yo, I know I got my fan base right now. I haven't said Korean booty sluts in a while.
And you just said it.
Yeah.
well, you just said it now. We will get to them. We will get to them later in the show. We will. We will get to them later in the
I just
show.
want to say though that whoever got Genshin Impact right now, y'all can get Alloy, which they made into a Korean booty slut now, so y'all can get her.
But listen,
Good,
we're
she's
gonna
not
get
fat and
canceled,
ugly
boys.
like in
I
the.
can't wait. We're gonna get canceled. Yeah, we're gonna get canceled.
Okay.
We're gonna get
Well,
canceled.
like I said, at least she's not fat and ugly like she is in that fucking other trailer for fucking what was that the other game?
Shaming, the pet shaming. Oh, there we go.
God damn it.
Honestly,
Damn
I think
you.
they- honestly,
I'll fat shame someone else. I'll fat shame Thor too for being fat in fucking the new game.
No, hold on. But
Tell
that's
me
how he
piece
is.
of
But
shit,
that's how he
actual piece of
acts. That's
shit.
how he actually is in actual. Was it in literally I'm sorry.
What?
Literary.
Norwegian law, no?
Norse
What's that?
mythology. So you're
In
telling
mythology.
me some
Yes.
made up shit. Some made up shit. He's actually
No,
fat.
no.
I'm telling you,
I'm going to combat that because if you know the world's greatest power lifters, whether it's Eddie Hall or the Mountain, whether they do the Mountain or whatever. If you look at these guys' body physiques when it comes to power lifters, they do have stomachs. They do. They're not chiseled abs. No, these power lifters in the real world, when it comes to
he's
Arnold
a fictional
Schwarzenegger,
character. Just make him rip, dude. Like he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be
I
confined to
understand he's
fucking-
a fictional character. I understand that, but when you go and you look at power lifters and you look at like competitions in the Arnold
They're not ripped
Schwarzenegger,
at all.
yeah, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, they are not ripped at all.
No.
So I'm going to defend that. I'm going to. I don't have a problem with the.
I mean,
Yeah, they're pretty. They're pretty fat dudes.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
no,
have
absolutely.
stomachs.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm
Short-
saying at the
short
same
stocky.
time, I mean, if we're gonna have, if this is gonna be about a fictional character, why not play with fictional rules and just
you should
let's
know
throw
how
all that shit out the window.
You know how that shit goes.
They did
with fictional
that
characters.
properly with Aloy and Genshin Impact.
Look,
I'm just saying.
Hold on. After they did that with Aloy, let me tell you something. When they did that, they decided. Remember, this stems back from the Battlefield debate when they were talking about, oh, women shouldn't be in the war and blah 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 blah, and they put women in there. Now it's a clash between what's historically accurate and what comes down to what's fictional. Now, of course, Thor is a fictional character. I'm sorry to tell you this, Odin's son. Thor is a fictional character no matter what in mythology.
I thought it was real.
I'm sorry to tell you this.
He's real damn it.
Sorry to tell you this, but you have to understand that most guys who are very brawn, who are very massive, have stomachs. They do. The biggest guys in the world who do strongman competitions have stomachs. They do. They're not abs.
So you're telling me they don't look like Chad memes?
No, they don't look like Chad memes. A Chad meme would never be able to compete in a strongman competition. They wouldn't because they don't have the bulk for it.
You know what you mean. You know what meme I'm talking about, where it says,
I know
the average, and then it says the average something enjoyer or whatever, and then an old dude with like a chiseled face and chin or whatever and shit.
But he's not lifting.
Joey Botafuco.
Chad memes are not lifting for mass. They're not lifting for mass. It's a completely different. That's a completely different story. Chad memes are not lifting for mass.
But I do gotta say though, when it comes to like Genshin Impact, I mean, the way they did Alloy in that game, she actually looks pretty nice. I give it.
She does. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at any of the fiction. That's just the difference. I'm not mad at any of it.
But guess what though? Prepare to see Route 34 of Genshin Impact Alloy. Y'all gonna see that shit.
She's already been Rule 34. I mean, where else is that Rule 34 her?
Yeah, she is. Well, no, the people are saying the person who's writing this is like, yeah, we'll get into writing in a bit. All right, when it comes to the official show.
Don't worry. We'll be touching about something like that.
We'll be touching on that, so don't even worry about it. All right.
We'll get to the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, we will get to that. Yeah, definitely. So I just want to say that understand that really quickly that This I don't have a problem with. God of War, I'm sure will be fine. People are already complaining about reuse assets and animations. Dude, they reuse animations all the fucking time. I'm not like that. Doesn't bother me any. It doesn't.
Yeah, have any of y'all ever played any basketball game, wrestling game, or any sports game in the past 20 years?
For real.
Call of Duty.
All right, there we go.
All right, hold on.
For real.
Prime example. FIFA.
Well, that's literally just what I just said. I was like, any fucking game,
wrestling game. You're absolutely right.
Any sports game in the past 20 years.
Yeah, reuse assets is something that's going to happen. Y'all just want to suck that shit up, as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to hear that.
That's how they're able to pump them out so often.
Yeah, that's why. That's why you get them annually. You're going to use reuse assets. It's something that happens.
That's why EAW is going to take such a long time, because they've got to build the engine up from the ground up.
Even with the engine, even with the engine, dude, it's still going to be the same. And speaking of the same engine,
it's not the same.
Well, so I'm going to predict, for those who don't know, since we talked about Spider-Man, we saw Wolverine, all right? We saw CG of Wolverine. If this isn't close or the same as X-Men Origins Wolverine, it's not going to be a hit. So I expect it to be a hit, so they're going to reuse assets for that as well. All right, Insomniac's doing it. I understand, but if y'all haven't played X-Men Origins Wolverine, please go do it. And it goes to show you that a lot of people haven't played this game, because for those I've seen on Twitter, they're like, "Oh, these are the suits that I want in in the new Wolverine game." And the suits that they put out for the Wolverine game are the ones that are in X-Men Origins Wolverine. They're the same ones that Activision put out. So as far as I'm concerned, it's like, yo, you obviously haven't played the PS3 version of this game, and Activision gave you what you wanted. All you have to do was unlock them in the game, but it seems like people haven't played them. That's what it is. They haven't played the game. They haven't played the game.
I mean, let's be fair. Who actually sat through all of the Wolverine Origins movie?
Well, not the movie, but the game. The game was pretty much God of War, but with Wolverine. That's what it was. It was bloody, it was gory, and that's what I expect from the new Wolverine game. They said this. If you haven't played X-Men Origins Wolverine, please, by all means, play the game. You are getting everything you want. You're getting blood, you're getting guts, you're getting decapitations, and this is not against robots. These are against, mercenaries. You're cutting off limbs, you're cutting off arms and legs. Play this game if you have not played this game for the PS3.
Look, I'll be real. The last time I controlled Wolverine in any kind of video game setting was probably
X-Men Legends.
You know what? To be honest, I mean, maybe like, what was it? X-Men 2 Clone Wars on Sega Genesis, maybe.
Okay.
So
yeah. Play X-Men. I'm telling you, play X-Men Legends and for the PS2, and play X-Men Origins Wolverine. You will be, I'm telling you, I will put my full stamp of approval on X-Men Origins Wolverine. You will enjoy the shit out of that game. It is satisfying. You're just taking off heads.
So we need a of you of looking like a Chad with the chiseled chin and everything, saying average Wolverine Origins enjoyer.
Dude, it's not average. This game is above average. I have the game.
No. I'm saying the meme, dude. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I will put my full stamp of approval on this game, because all you do is dig and claw into people. There's no fucking around in this game.
Sounds like a first date.
You'll be surprised. I'm telling you. Play the game. It's an amazing game. It's an amazing game.
I do want to say though, real fast, before we get to our show.
Okay.
What we talked about on Friday. Guys, we are going to have a debate on what we talked about on Friday.
Yes, we're going to have a debate in the future about Cody apparently having the powers of Dracula. And,
oh my God.
Yeah, we'll get into that in the future. And the powers of Dracula, and apparently taking over the world and not being a dictator in the process. We will definitely get into that. That's not
and we're going to have a special guest for that one. We need... Yes,
Dracula themselves.
Dracula themselves?
No, the person that I legit had a conversation with about this.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
Okay, well, look, we're not going to dig anyone from the grave. All right? Just try something.
He's just gonna get He's just going to get someone from, you know, the moderator at vampirefreaks.com.
Oh. I know this person. We talked after the Gundam tournament.
It's okay.
I don't know anyone from vampirefreaks.com. So
it's all right.
Idiot.
It's okay. It's all right. Trust me. It's all right. We'll talk about that at the end. But let's get started with the show. So let's go with the countdown.
Let's get ready, folks.
5, your mamas,
4,
your daddies,
3,
freaks,
2,
regulars, animals. Here we go.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Let's get it started. Let's go. Y'all should know. We gonna wait. That's right. I'm gonna hate all this. We gonna go hard and we not playing around. Gotta go hard. That's right. They gonna let them hate. Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka the Iron Man, is not out the frying pan for this one. That's right, not out the frying pan. Except I'm gonna sit back and say that I'm gonna save the world with my right hand on a button from my nightstand at this point. Stop playing with me, man. Come on, stop. Look, at this point, we here with Wing Zero. We here with Ben Odin's son. We here with Chris Doom. We here with the Red Comet.
Folks.
Y'all gotta be kidding me that we're gonna do this.
No.
How was y'all weekend? Anybody? Somebody?
I mean, it was pretty
Notice
chill,
me.
actually.
I
It was
mean,
good?
it was
Go
pretty
ahead.
cool. I spent all of 15 minutes putting new, like, blinkers on my truck.
Okay.
I mean, so that was a highlight.
That was
That was
your
a
weekend?
highlight of my weekend.
That was your weekend,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
was pretty
God.
much it.
I mowed the lawn.
Wow.
You mowed the lawn. Wow.
Well, my weekend was kind of actually great, to be honest. Like, for those that don't know, I'm actually gonna be all elite.
All elite.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about it. Go ahead.
Go on.
I mean, shout outs to my boy Beast and his friends.
Shout out to
Destiny
Beast.
Fomo.
All right.
I'm actually going with them to AEW. I got invited for
Okay.
the 22nd.
Okay.
The live show, the live event that's gonna be on TV. I'm actually gonna be at the live show.
So
So what you did was just get an invite to it for this weekend, but you're actually going to it.
he's going to the
next
show.
Yes,
So
I'm actually gonna be there live.
well, hold on. Round of applause. Shout out to Beast, making sure that you go to the show, the AEW coming up. I want to say
Gotta
that
look
right
out
now.
for your boy.
That's right. That's what people do. They look out for
his
each other.
boy.
That's what people
like,
do.
Like, I
What are
always
you
wanted to
gonna
go to a live event since WrestleMania 20 when it was at Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
Because back then, when I used to
Like,
watch
forget
WWE,
about that.
back then I used to watch WWE. I used to get hyped for the Hall of Fame and WrestleMania.
Okay.
You know, and that was always my thing, especially when I used to go on in competition under the name Death the Soul Taker.
Okay.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna make my WrestleMania moment. This is it.
Okay. Look, I've been in my younger days. I went to Raw. I went to SmackDown. I went to dark matches. I saw Kurt Angle for his first time before he wrestled. I mean, before he was mainstream, he wrestled in a dark match. And let me tell you, this is when he had a full head of hair. Just to let you know. All right.
Oh, God, I remember that.
I remember that.
That's
Yeah.
how long it was ago.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this guy got it. He's got it. He's got over. And people were booing him like, yo, y'all have to understand. Any reaction at this point is a good reaction. Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's booing or cheering. Any reaction is a good reaction. That's how wrestling
Kurt
works.
Angle had hair. Somebody said, yeah, he had hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at one point. It was
Yeah.
kind of weird to look
Yeah.
at. And then suddenly you see him coming out bald, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
He used to,
Yeah.
I thought it was weird seeing him without hair. So I was like, holy shit,
Yeah,
what the
that's-
fuck
yeah,
happened to
same
Kurt
here.
Angle?
They
Nah, here's the funny thing about Kurt Angle. Legit, my cousin, one of my cousins legit looked like fucking Kurt Angle. With hair and without hair. So I be making fun of him.
So it's
Oh,
true.
God.
It's damn true. It's damn true. Okay.
You know the thing I noticed too about that. Back when Kurt had hair, he was a good guy, but then after he shaved it, he became a heel.
No, he became a bad guy when he was wrestling Edge. And then people are saying in the comments now he lost his hair in the hair versus hair match with Edge, and he never grew it back. So you want to talk about staying in character? That's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Kurt Angle, I just remember the one thing I remember is he would always come out with his Olympic medal when he was first introduced, and then and then instead of Stone Cold drinking beers, he would drink milk. Some shit like that. I just remember that shit.
You were like,
because previously he was a real Olympic wrestler.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. He won the gold with a broken neck.
With a broken freaking neck. That's right.
With a broken neck, dude. Dude deserved like that win at that point, man.
He did. That's all it was.
He earned that W.
He did.
Hell yeah.
But in all honesty, man, I just can't wait for the 22nd. Like don't telling me that I get to go to AEW with them.
That's good.
Kind of made my wish come true.
No, man.
What happened to Kurt Angle? Because I never hear anything about that guy anymore.
Kurt Angle is still around, and he's still talking. If you look at what he's saying on Twitter, he's still talking about possibly making a comeback, possibly as a manager. So I mean, that's good. I mean, let Kurt Angle do him. I mean, he's doing great things. He's online. He's posting things that of the past of what he did, but he doesn't look like he's far from done. He's still looking for that next. He's looking for the next movement. So he's looking for the next high. Like I can't look as a fighter. You have to understand when you're fighting, or even it's the same thing applying to wrestling. If you're looking for that next challenge, it's always going to be there, no matter how old you are. You're still looking for that next challenge. You're still looking for that visionary aspect. For those who don't know, last night Evander Holyfield got knocked the fuck out. Look, he got TKO'd. They knocked his ass through the fucking ropes. He was 57 years old in the ring. 57, and he was still fighting, and he was in phenomenal shape. But he couldn't take it on. It's one of those things where it goes to show you can't tell a fighter nor a wrestler when it's their time to hang it up.
I feel bad for the people that pay for the pay-per-view.
So do I. Rip to the people who pay for the pay-per-view, because what the fuck were you thinking paying for this shit? What were you thinking? Yeah. Y'all should have known better. Should have known better. I'm just saying.
Because how fast was that? How fast was that match? Like right from the first round, right?
Yeah, it was first round knockout. Look, let's be honest here. Vito Belfort, he's on the stuff. He got before being on the stuff. You can't tell me he's not on the stuff. You can't tell me he's not.
My boy Beast is at the stream chat. Shout outs to him.
Shout outs to Beast. I'm telling you, like Vito Belfort is on the stuff. He's been caught before being on the stuff before. So I'm not surprised if this is an exhibition, because you don't have to be in exhibitions, you really don't have to be drug tested. But understand really quickly that Vito Belfort made very quick work of Evander Holyfield due to the fact that being on the stuff, and Evander wasn't ready for that pressure. He wasn't ready. He took the week in a week? He took the fight in a week because Oscar De La Hoya came down with COVID. And for those who, God bless Oscar De La Hoya, for those who don't know, he got caught with COVID and he had to go to the hospital. And for those who did not see his, because I retweeted it on Twitter, to see the way he was in the hospital, he was suffering. He could barely speak when it came to COVID. So I don't want to hear any more about how COVID is not real. It's a real fucking thing. It's real. And Oscar De La Hoya could not really speak. So he trained so hard to get to this point, and then to get down with COVID was like, yeah. Same thing with the blonde bomber. She was the same thing. She was there, she was ready to fight, and then she came down with COVID, and she was in the hospital for 3 fucking days because of this. So it's real. It's real. So I'm just letting you know now.
Oscar De La Hoya was one of my favorite boxers back in the day.
Yeah,
I used to watch boxing.
I was looking forward to his comeback. And then he got caught with COVID, and then he suffered so hard. I hate to see people get caught with COVID and have to go through that. It's a shame. It really is. Evander Holyfield stepped in a week's notice, so he didn't train for this fight. He just trained in general to stay up. But to have a week's notice and say, okay, I'm going to fight this opponent, not really have much of a strategy, and to come in at 57 years old, look phenomenal, and then get mauled like that last night, it's telling. It goes to show you that you need a hell of a lot more preparation when it comes to a fight. It goes to show you.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, because he had only a week or two's worth of training to
a week
just to get basic.
He trained in general, and then to fight for a week. I mean, to know that he's going to fight in a week told me enough. Now, I do want to talk about this since we're on this topic because I don't have it down here. So let's talk about this in our list. Donald Trump. No. We're not going to start with Trump. We're not going to start with Trump. We will get into that. We will. Know what? Let me flip things. No, since we're already on the subject, we're going to flip things. All right. Donald Trump was to call Holyfield and Belfort fight. All right, just to let you know. So Donald Trump was out there last night. He was out there. All right, and he talked about how he wanted to get in the ring and fight. All right.
Okay.
He wanted to get in the ring and fight. He wanted to get out there and fight. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, this dude gonna have a heart attack in the first round if he fight. And his son was like Donald Trump Jr., who is notoriously on coke. So that's what I'm going to take it as. He was on coke before he did commentary. You can't tell me his son was like, yo, you could be the next fight on the card. Nah, we're not having that. Nah, stop. But on top of
here's the problem. The problem with that, though, is pretty much like I said before. Secret Service ain't gonna let that shit go.
Nah, they're not gonna let that fly.
He doesn't have a Secret Service anymore.
Yes, he does.
He still does.
Even if you're a president.
You're still going to Secret Service. You're still a president.
If you're a former president, I think until there's so many years, you get Secret Service details still, even if you're a former president.
Yes, sir. You will. Now, on top of it, Triller decided that they want to get 50 Cent to call the Holyfield Bellator fight. It was an alternative commentary to Donald Trump's fight for those who don't like Donald Trump. Let me say that 50 didn't do a good job. I'm saying it right now. All right? He didn't do a good job. And then when Holyfield had lost, 50 came to Holyfield and said, so, do you want to fight Mike Tyson? What?
Oh, shit.
Why are you asking this man who has no idea where he's at that he wants to fight Mike Tyson at 57 years old? Mind you, Holyfield was contesting this fight the entire time. So when he got knocked through the ropes, he was like, nah, this ain't happening. And then when the fight was over, he was like, nah, it was bad reffing.
Shit.
Nah, you got hit through the ropes, you got your ass whipped, and you want to sit here and say that the fight was a farce?
Imagine if like Tyson caught him with a hook or something like that?
Oh God, Mike Tyson.
Just stop. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
Get straight up, it'd be like getting hit by Butterbean.
You said Butterbean. That's actual Hulk right there, son. That's my boy.
Mans is on Dream Street, and you gonna tell me that you gonna ask him if you want to fight Tyson? What's wrong with you? What is wrong? Look, they were trying. Look, we knew ahead of time they were trying to set up.
Like have to be killed.
Look, they were trying to set up the Holyfield versus Tyson was a trilogy. That's what they were trying to set up. But when a guy loses that bad, you can't set up the trilogy. You can't. It's over. 57 years old. I'm surprised that he was even allowed to fight. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. I'm gonna say if you're pulling some old dude out the woodworks, I mean, fuck it, get Buster Douglas.
Yeah, Buster Douglas. I mean,
he was probably really adamant, and they kept telling.
Buster Douglas
is so out of shape.
No, Buster Douglas I think was for Genesis. I'm just saying, Buster Douglas.
Damn, you Buster Douglas.
Dude's so out of shape now.
On top of this, Triller was trying to get Obama and Bill Clinton to call fights for the fight, but of course it was 9/11. Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, look, they were trying to get.
I think it'd be funny. I think that would be funny.
It was 9/11. They were doing their remembrance. They were doing their remembrance in NY. There was no way that they were going to call fights at the same time. And let me tell you now, when Obama and Biden showed up for 9/11 in New York, they got booed. They got
Good.
booed. Anyone who saw it, no. That's not right. Look, let me tell you now. All right, Obama and Biden didn't have shit to do with 9/11 in New York. There's no reason.
They didn't, but they're terrible people on their own.
Well,
but that's
you can feel that way, but there's no reason to boo them for trying to say, hey, we're here for remembrance. Trump showed up in New York, and the police officers were all over Trump. They wanted to take selfies, they wanted to take pictures and all this. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, Trump wasn't even part of 9/11. He wasn't part of it. He wasn't in office or anything. And for some reason, the police officers gathered around
a lot.
He was on the phone a lot.
Dude,
if you heard the interviews that he had during the time, he was upset about 9/11, as any American would be, was upset about 9/11.
If anything, where was George W. Bush?
We didn't hear anything. We didn't hear anything.
Look. The man, you know what? You know what? They don't return to the scene of the crime, is what I say. That's where you didn't see him.
Damn, really? Damn.
Yup.
but seriously,
I'm just saying, man.
Donald Trump fighting in a fight in a boxing match against who? Biden? That would be that wouldn't work.
Trump political fight.
Who would he fight?
I'm just saying.
Who would he fight?
Debates. Let's just fight. Then fight.
In the first round, whoever it is, they're going to catch a heart attack. Geriatric heart attack. It's going to happen.
Damn.
It makes no sense.
I don't know. For me, I'd be all for it to see both the right and left. Just like do a wrestling thing and go at it.
But this is why forget all this fucking political basis. Just have both people just fight, and whoever wins gets to be the president.
I just don't understand.
I mean,
wrestling tournaments. Just do a wrestling tournament like a Gundam fight. Have a tournament bracket, and then whoever wins gets president for that time.
So what you're saying is have a G Gundam style Gundam fight, but
yes,
but
with people.
Gundam. Here you go comparing it to Gundam. Jesus Christ. Well, I will say I want to move on, and I want to talk about this. For those who do not know, all right, there is a specific person who has called me out. That's right, has called me out. I wonder who it was. So, has called me out
I don't know who it
on
is.
a specific situation. Yes, Ben. Yeah, I wonder who it was, Ben. So, for those who did not understand what was going on, I want y'all to hear this real quick. So, I want to make sure that y'all hear this. All right, ready?
Okay, what are we going on here?
Here we go.
What's up?
Hey, Event. How you doing? This is a message to you from Bed Oddington to say Chelsea sucks. They will never, ever be better than the almighty Gunners.
The Gunners, he's there!
Everyone knows this, man. Why don't you? Get good, Event.
Get good!
Young out.
Oh,
Young out! Oh my God, I'm done! Young out!
Oh shit! Is that who I think it was?
But let me let y'all know. Shout out to Mathew Bailey for coming out and saying something to yours truly. You know you made it when Mathew Bailey comes out and says, God! Oh my God!
Wow.
I gotta have Mathew Bailey on this show eventually.
Hold on.
I gotta have Mathew Bailey on this. Oh my God! For him to come out and say the shit that
Matthew
he has said.
Bailey.
Oh my
Hold
God! I'm telling you, I'm done. I'm done.
What damn? Matthew Bailey.
Yo!
Damn.
For Ben to send somebody for me, because he, as you would say, Cody, send for the man. He sent for the man.
Look, someone's conspiring. Send for the man.
He sent for the man.
Conspiring. Oh shit.
Revenge.
Oh, you don't understand. I've been drinking and I'm in tears right now.
Okay. You're gonna have to inform me about this Matthew Bailey. Like he's a big timer, right?
Oh my God, yes, he's a big timer. And for him to take his time out and say some shit like that, unreal.
Whoa.
Oh, I love it. I love every bit of this. I do. This is what makes potting fun. This is exactly what makes potting fun. Oh my God!
We got another guest on our stream.
Yeah, I see. Brooklyn Video Games. Shout out to Brooklyn Video Games.
We got another new follow. We had Beast, and now we've got Brooklyn Video Games. Hey, appreciate it, guys. Welcome, y'all.
We appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it. Oh my God, we appreciate it so much. And for more sports news, for those who don't know, I had a secret. Talk about sports that I didn't let y'all know, and I said that I was going to let y'all know exactly what was going on when it comes to sports before we move on.
Okay, what is the secret topic that you?
This secret topic, for those who don't know, Bishop Sycamore, an alleged fake high school, reportedly lied to ESPN to get national televised coverage. That's right. For those who don't know, and I want to give credit to Urinating Treat for this because he had put it out there on Twitter for all the facts. I want y'all to understand this really quickly, okay? The school might be using players as young as 19 and as old as 21 years old. Right? That's not high school. That's not high school.
What?
There's more. There's more. The coach was wanted for fraud. All right, for fraud. They were also wanted for money laundering. All right, that's a case all in itself. You can get years for that. Yeah, there's
like a racketeering.
Oh, there's more. There's a lot more. ESPN and their agencies didn't do no research whatsoever. Now, let me say this. All right, for those who don't know, ESPN has been caught a number of times. For those who don't remember, back in the day, ESPN had hired an intern that wasn't real. They did this a long time ago. And it's like years ago. And it's like ESPN has not learned their lesson. There's more. The school went 0-6 last year. They scored 42 points, but gave up 227 points. That's right. Now look, when you have guys who are 21 years old and they're giving up this many points, consider yourself washed. Consider yourself washed. All right? There's more. ESPN couldn't verify who any of the players were when they were scouting, but still televised them. I don't understand this. They had
that's fucking crazy, dude. Like they're using older age people to pose as high school kids.
There's still more. Wow. There's still more. They had a GoFundMe to raise $20,000, and guess how much they received? Guess how much? $140. That's how much they received. Out of $20,000, they received $140. That's it. The school didn't exist. The school didn't exist until 2019 because they were called the Christian of Faith and were scamming people along the way. That's right. They were scamming people. Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
No school. Unknowing player status, no home stadium, no website, and the phone leads to always a voicemail.
So how long were they able to keep it up?
Until now. They were from 2019 to 2021. They were able to keep this up, and they were televised. Yep, and they were televised on ESPN. Still, it's amazing. It is crazy. But I will say real quick before we get any further, all right? I just want to add this little bit in, all right, in more sports real quick. Ronaldo joins Man U. No one cares. Nobody cares. No. No one. We don't care. We don't care.
I'm his biggest fan.
Yeah, he had two goals. We don't care. It doesn't matter. Ronaldo, come see us at Chelsea. We're gonna wreck you. I don't care. All right. And you know what? I'll speak for Ben too.
Mathew Bailey says. Just like what Mathew Bailey says, Chelsea sucks.
Chelsea doesn't suck. You're just mad because we won 3. No. Let's get this straight. Ben is mad because his team barely won, and they won 1-0 when they should have won more, and Chelsea won 3-0. That's what it is. Arsenal sucks. We own West London, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. That's what you're going to have to deal with. All right.
Excuse me, my best friend, fucking Real Prince Boo, is an Arsenal player.
Your best friend.
My best friend.
Your best friend. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Guess what? Arsenal still sucks.
I bet anything. I bet Prince is in the chat somewhere.
He
just
probably
watching.
is. He's lurking. He's
probably lurking somewhere in the chat. I bet.
He's lurking. But let's move on. Let's move on to more news. And now we're going to move on to film, and we're going to move on to comic books. All right, before we get to gaming. All right, 50 Cent has been casted for Expendables 4. Not only 50 Cent, but also Dolph Lundgren has signed on for Expendables 4 as well. And what's her name? Megan Fox. She has signed on as well for Expendables 4. On top of Jason Statham, of course, Stallone. We know where that's going. Expendables 4 is a go. We've been keeping you every time we talk about
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, so far no Wesley Snipes. So far it hasn't been signed. So it goes to show you, no, not yet. So it goes to show you that Expendables 4 is a green light, and they're getting the casting, and this is going to happen. Okay? Also, I would like to say in more news, Bridget Regan, all right, or Regan, however you like to say it, I would say Regan, has been cast to play Poison Ivy in my bedroom. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I mean, the Batwoman. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Tonight.
All right. She's been cast to play Poison Ivy in the Batwoman on CW. All right. She looks like she's going to do a great job. All right, and
in my bedroom.
Look, I am for all gingers. I mean, look, they have taken gingers away from Hollywood. We've seen it with the Little Mermaid. We've seen it through. They're just taking gingers away. I have no problem with a sexy redhead getting. I have no problem with a sexy redhead getting in my bedroom or being casted as black. I was getting ready to say black woman, wasn't I?
Damn. I mean, I guess. Freudian slip. Freudian slip.
I want to go there. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. You can tell I've been drinking.
I'm dying.
This shit.
Yeah, I'm dead.
That is black woman. All right. There you go. DC.
Oh, my God.
He wrote you another supervillain to just add to the list.
It just rolls right off the tongue.
I am fucking dead.
Right. Who's the next superheroine?
In more news, y'all. In more news.
Here to invade your dreams.
Invade all of my dreams. Yes, please. Please.
Oh, damn it.
Disney Plus has relaunched, the Rocketeer? They're going to have a sequel, which is actually going to be based off the Tuskegee Airmen, which for me, I think this is going to be great. For those who do not remember the original Rocketeer that they put out, it was amazing. Look, I remember as a kid having a Rocketeer mask. I went for Halloween as the Rocketeer. This was a great thing, and I would like to see what Disney's going to do with this. I'm going to hold my reserve on this one because I want to see exactly how they're going to pull this. Yeah, I want to see how they pull this off.
I want to see a trailer.
Yeah. For those who have no idea about the Rocketeer, let me say that if you go get the PS3 game called Dark Void, you'll get somewhat of a likeness of what's going on. For those who know,
I totally forgot about that game.
Yes, Dark Void for the PS3 is definitely something. Let's say it's cheap now.
Oh,
you can get it.
Shit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's one of those games. It's pretty much a rip off the Rocketeer. I would say, please, if you get a chance, play that game. It's really well done.
I always thought it was like the Rocketeer on the front. I was like, man, that looks just like the Rocketeer.
It does.
Yeah, well, even the suit that he wears is very reminiscent to Rocketeer.
Very reminiscent. So yes, I would say if there's anyone who wants to get an experience for it, by all means, play the video game Dark Void. Let's talk about Netflix Resident Evil screenshots. Let's talk about this. All right. Oh my God! All right, Resident Evil. This live action show. I want to say I'm rooting for Robbie Amell. For those who don't know, he is playing Chris Redfield. Robbie Amell, for those who don't know, is brothers with the guy who played Arrow on the CW. He's also had a number of Netflix movies that have done very well. Robbie Amell is doing really well, and I feel as though this may be his breakout role as Chris Redfield. Now, for those who don't know, there's reports about Jill Valentine and Wesker having a relationship. Let me talk about this real quick, Okay.
See that
Oh,
shit.
man.
I'm like,
First off, the actress that's playing Jill is super hot. I understand she doesn't look like Jill, but I don't give a fuck. She's super hot. She's British.
Oh, God.
She's been in a number of shows.
Dude, when I saw that picture of her, I could have swore I thought it was Michelle Rodriguez.
It's not Michelle Rodriguez. She's super hot, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm ready to go overseas. She's super
It's not canon.
Oh shit!
Are you gonna
That
have
shit
her
is
come in
not
your bedroom
canon.
tonight?
She was just in was it the new Netflix show? Both actors actually in a new Netflix show. Sass was an action killer show. It's really well done. If you get a chance to see it, it actually stars Ruby Rose, who for those who don't know, who was the original Batwoman on CW. That's right. For those who don't know. Now,
Yeah.
for what I've seen of this, I don't know how I feel about this being canon compared to the Resident Evil movies. How do y'all feel about this?
Canon.
I mean, were the Resident Evil movies
Is it gonna
even
be-
really that canon?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really follow Resident Evil all that much, so I couldn't really tell you.
Yeah, I don't think that this is going to follow
Why?
Resident Evil too much. Go ahead.
Yeah, like,
Say you think.
nah, here's
Say
the
it.
funny thing. Why the fuck will Jill be in a relationship with Wesker if that bitch hates the motherfucker's guts?
Well, that's the thing.
Maybe this explains why.
Well,
he
hold
hates
on.
the
Resident
motherfucker's
Evil
guts.
1, they didn't hate each other because you got to remember, this is going back to before they found out that Wesker was, a bad guy. They don't know. He turned on them.
Oh,
They don't
so
know.
this is back to like the old mansion and everything.
Yeah, this is the old mansion. This is going through the woods in the old mansion, and fucking, what's his name? Brad Vickers leaving them in the fucking helicopter because he's a fucking coward.
Look, man.
Bro, don't get me started
I know
on Brad
this-
Vickers. Don't get me started.
I know this live action is gonna bomb. There's no way that they're gonna fucking let that shit go through. Especially the hardcore Resident Evil fans.
Oh, the anime was fucking trash.
The Resident Evil fans, I feel, in this case, have a right to be concerned. I mean, let's be honest here.
Does the CG animated ones do better?
No!
Yeah,
Are they better?
No,
the CG movies are canon.
The previous was it Resident Evil that was on Netflix was absolutely a travesty. It was a
I
travesty.
wanted to be sick.
You can't tell me that there was some bad decision making in that previous Resident Evil movie. I say movie because the series, but it's chopped up into a movie. It's chopped up. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that new the one?
Who was the guy playing Wesker in this one?
I forgot his name, but he's the guy who played in he was in the superhero
black
movie.
dude?
No. He played in what is it? The Umbrella Academy. So it's the same actors.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same actors, and he was in Sass as well with her. So it's the same actors playing. They've had a rapport with each other, so they have a feel for each other. So he's playing Wesker. So this is going to be really interesting how they pull this off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's going to be really interesting. But speaking of Netflix and more bullshit with Netflix. All right,
here we come. Here comes the bulk of the whole pod.
Cowboy Bebop. Let's talk about this. Cowboy Bebop. Daniel Daniel Pineda deletes tweet after trashing the fan base. However, I have found a place where they actually have the tweet of what she said. So let's listen to the soundbite real quick, okay? I want everyone to be quiet so that everyone can hear it. All right, here we go.
Double D-sized breast, 2-inch waist. They looked everywhere for that woman, and they couldn't find her. It's kind of weird. So they just went with my short ass. I know. Am I right? There was talk about, can we put Daniela in a time machine and maybe give her different parents so she has different genetic information to sort of make her look better? It proved to be too complicated. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was I want to apologize that the outfit I'm wearing is not exactly what she wears in the anime. We tried, but doing stunts in tissue paper, things disappear, they rip. Sometimes it just got lost. Anyway, like I was saying, that original costume, they made a couple of them, but like I said, they got sort of slurped up in my various crevices.
All right. With that said, let me say really quickly, all right, that once that was deleted, there's a reason that was deleted. Because Twitter, they got the sleuthing. They got the
They sure
sleuthing.
the hell did.
Yes, they did. they got the sleuthing. And what happened is that we found out that Danielle actually have done less work. I mean, pretty much wearing a bikini and doing all types of action stuff with less clothes on. So for her to say something like this is crazy as far as I'm concerned. So she deleted the tweet. Now, mind you, it's dripping with sarcasm. It is. I mean, okay, it is what it is. And at first, I was for this. I was like, okay, I understand. But then when you see her with less clothing on and doing all these action photo shots and everything, there's no excuse. There's none whatsoever. Now, with that said, no, go ahead. Say what you gotta say, bro. Get off your chest. Go ahead.
Here's what I gotta say about this.
Do I need to ramp up your theme? Do I need to ramp up your theme?
I mean, hear me out though. Hear me out.
Okay.
Netflix is totally against sexualizing a grown woman, but yet they're perfectly okay with sexualizing children.
Cuties.
In that fucking Cuties movie.
Cuties. Yup. We're not going to forget that, Netflix. I didn't know. Nope.
So
we're not going to forget Netflix.
Why? So where is a double standard? Why is this a double standard? Why do you have such a problem with sexualizing Faye, but you can sexualize children with that fucking show?
Because they need to cover Faye up. That's why they need to cover Faye up so it doesn't.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point.
No.
The point here is that how is it okay to cover up Faye and not fucking children?
Oh no, it's hypocritical at its finest.
No. Wait, the chat is saying that photo shoots and action sequence are comparing was it apples to oranges, and it's true. But the way she was moving in those shots, it's quite obvious that they could move. I mean, if we look at female wrestlers, they have wrestled in less.
Exactly.
And they can show that it can be done.
Shit, so cosplayers have proven that point.
But I'm not worried too much about cosplayers, that'll trigger Cody. I'm not worried about cosplayers too much. You know what I mean? As opposed to female wrestlers. Yeah, as opposed to female wrestlers, a way they act with less. We've seen with less with female wrestlers. So I would say that's if anything, that's point for point. I should say counterpoint to point, if anything. But I mean, her gear doesn't look bad though. I mean, here's the thing. If people are going to freak out over Faye, and if you look at her outfit, I'm still like, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. I really don't expect much from Faye anyway, to be honest. I mean, if we're being real here. I mean, but there's still more. I mean, there's questions.
There's a gold mine. There's something else next, and that's stupid too.
Yeah, but
I'm just going to touch on one little aspect here, though.
Right.
Okay, so if everybody that's seen Cowboy Bebop, Faye uses her assets.
Yeah, her sexuality. Yes.
To be able to get away with certain things, like get out of tough situations. Doing bounties. And she uses that to her advantage.
Yeah, no, she does. She uses her sexuality towards her advantage. You know what I mean? She has the gift of gab.
Like it's part of her character.
Yeah, it is. It's part of her character. I don't want to think anyone think that she's just dressing that way just to be provocative. No, she has a plan in mind.
When you cover that up, it kind of takes away from that character.
Yeah, no, you're right. It does. It's part of her intelligence. She knows exactly what she's doing, where she's dressed. She knows that she can get away with things. We will talk about this later in the pod about women dressing that way. All right, just to let y'all know.
I already know
and
what you're
getting
talking
away
about.
with things. Yes, we will talk about this. So I want to say that in more Bebop news, the question now is, will Ed be in Cowboy Bebop? Now, I think that Ed will show up. I think Ed didn't show up in Cowboy Bebop till what? Episode, I want to say 9? I want to say that? I'm just...
pretty later on in the series.
I believe the episode was called Radical Ed.
Yeah, I'm loosely basing this off the head because I haven't sed Cowboy Bebop in a bit.
It's on Hulu right now.
It's on Hulu right now. It's also on Tubi, I believe. And also in Xfinity for those who have Xfinity in their thing. If you don't already own the complete series, I own the complete series.
I just recently bought the series.
Yep, I've owned the series. Yep.
Yeah, we may see Ed at the end. We may see Ed near the end. They haven't.
Yeah, that's the other. That's the other thing I've heard too, is that Ed may not even show up in season 1.
I think, well, even so, if you want to, so they're going to pull a Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat. Then that's what you're telling me. The Mortal Kombat remake didn't have Johnny Cage in it. They say the first the next movie. Okay.
Yeah, but the big reason why they got rid of Johnny Cage because he was a white man.
Yeah, well, there's a difference. Yeah, they did say that they didn't have a white man trying to
it was because he wanted too much money.
Well, no,
hey, you know what?
No,
while we're on that
he
subject,
was a white man. That was the excuse. They didn't want to put him in.
While we're on that subject, why is Jet black? Because Jet was not black.
Jet Black is black. Is that what you were saying? I'm black and I'm black and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all.
I'm just saying though.
Is that where we're going?
Jet was not black in the anime.
Oh my god!
I mean, whatever.
This is where we're going.
His costume looks fine. Like Jet and Spike are fine. I'm not too bent out of shape for I just think they should have just made Faye more character accurate.
I mean,
in the costume department.
We see what.
I mean, if anything, he looks kind of like, I don't know, but he's not black though.
Well, even so, for those who don't know, Cowboy Bebop says that they're focusing on modern times. This is not the same Cowboy Bebop that we know.
Can you fucking do that?
Yeah. So
that's the problem. That's a big problem.
Here's the biggest problem.
So are they going to talk about everything in past tense? You remember the gender wars of 2025?
Well, no, but here's the problem with it. Cowboy Bebop is based off of space bounty hunters who have hijink episodes or hijink adventures. You know, you sprinkle a little drama.
Or just high in general on an episode.
Well, still, you sprinkle a little drama, you sprinkle a little jazz in it, and you have Cowboy Bebop. All right? That's what you have. If you're telling me that you're going to focus on modern times, it tells me that you're taking away from, given the fact that Cowboy Bebop is focused in the future, you're telling me that you're downgrading what Cowboy Bebop was. That's what you're telling me.
Pretty much. Especially if you're going to base it off of modern times.
If you're basing it off of modern times instead of the future. I mean, they had to take spacecrafts into certain colonies so that they can go and get their bounties. Are you telling me now that we're going to focus on modern times? That makes no sense. Keep it fun.
So instead of bounty hunting,
I have a bad feeling they're gonna insert political shit in there too. I got that feeling.
Don't tell. Well, look,
It's gonna be one episode. It's gonna be, hey, there's a bounty on this one guy. He's so dangerous. He's from Game of Kings.
You know, if I recall, I don't think there was much political stuff going on.
There was none.
More like, I mean, if any, it was minimal. I don't remember it.
You had a bounty system, pretty much. I mean, you didn't even focus on that too much, political stuff. You didn't focus on it, even though there was sometimes it was there. I mean, let's be honest here. Even in Spike's case, you know, you had the syndicate. You had somewhat politics within the syndicate. You know, when he wanted to leave, and then they tried to kill him. I mean, there's still politics within syndicates, so you still have politics regardless. I just feel as though that in this case that there's no reason to go that far to an extent. But like I said, I need to go back and watch the episode.
I feel that's what they're gonna do. I feel like they're gonna with this live action show, since it's based on modern times. I feel like they're gonna shovel that in there somewhere on a few eepisodes.
Yeah, they probably will, and I'm really hoping that Netflix does it right, because for those who don't know, Cowboy Bebop creator is unsure if Netflix will listen to his feedback. He says that he has no choice but to pray and hope that it will turn out good. They're not listening. So now
they're not listening to the creator's feedback.
They're not listening to the creator.
Do what we want.
They're not listening to the creator. So now it becomes a problem. If the creator doesn't know what's going on and if they'll listen, then what the fuck are we going to get?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we going to get at this point as fans? So yeah, that's a big problem. I feel that's the biggest problem of it all. I feel.
I'll say this though: the one thing they
with your fucking IP.
Yeah.
Always be careful with your shit.
However, there's more news, and when it comes to creators, for those who don't know, and still anime. All right, Gundam's creator is skeptical of space colonization. Now look, We have
Tomino?
we have seen over and over what these billionaires are trying to do to put us in space, right?
Yep.
Okay. We know, especially in Unicorn, we know exactly how this is going to end. All right, when it comes to space
Everybody
colonization.
fighting for a fucking Laplace box.
Exactly.
What was it? I think the comment was telling me a long time ago that Japan was already trying to work on a space elevator.
Space elevator. Look, I can
there's
understand.
real things.
Look,
Yeah, they're still trying to. It's not even Japan. It's other nations.
If
too.
we're being real, I can understand storage containers for energy being put in space for the future instead of having bids for energy. For those who don't know, energy consultants and stuff like that.
And
this is real talk.
Even worse.
They actually do have real. They're actually doing. They actually did real research on shit like the satellite cannon, like in Gundam X. Look up space. What was it? I think it's called space-based solar farms.
Okay.
Space-based solar energy.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. But to say that, you know what I mean, that they think that they're just going to pretty much run with Gundam, how Gundam does things, do you understand the consequences that would cause? That would be the worst thing you could do.
Well, we know from if Gundam's anything to go by, we know that Sydney, Australia is going to have it out for it in the future. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's going to be no more Sydney, Australia in the future.
Well.
Yep.
But I mean, let's be honest here. Australia has all kinds of shit. They got armies of spiders walking around in the streets. No, I'm fine with that. Get rid of Australia. Get all the people, evacuate them from Australia, and nuke Australia as far as I'm concerned. No one wants to deal with that old bullshit.
So I take it that means you don't like spiders.
Look, I don't fear spiders. They annoy me. They annoy me to no end. But when you see crabs and spiders walking down the street in unison, there's a problem. There's a big problem. All right?
Holding hands.
Yeah, for real. Like, no way are you taking over that. So
Australia was a small price to pay for freedom for space noids.
Yeah,
let's just put it that way.
I'm just saying.
Somebody, our boy in the chat brought up a good point. The Beast put bros, the spiders look like Kingler from Pokemon.
They do. It's like, who wants to deal with that in real life? Who wants to? Nobody. No one wants to deal with that shit in real life. Y'all better get a flamethrower as far as I'm concerned. Leave that alone. Just let them have it. Look,
it's gonna be like Fallout, son. You're gonna need a shotgun and a dream.
You're gonna need more than a shotgun. I'm just letting you know that now.
Shotgun and a dream.
Just need a colony drop.
Maybe the giant crab thing was a real historical thing that one game developer was saying.
Well, with that said, I'm going to take a small restroom break because I've been drinking since 10 a.m. So it's time to let loose some things. So I will be right back. By all means, please, everybody, keep talking. I'll be right back.
We'll keep y'all entertained.
Yes, I'll be right back. It won't take long, and then we'll get right back to the topics because we have some gaming to get into. So I'll be right back.
While he's back, I'm in control now. I'm the head of the table right now.
First of all,
you sit your ass down.
Look, man, I'm the tribal chief here.
I'm the tribal chief, bitch.
Motherfucker, I'm the tribal chief here. Y'all acknowledge me. Y'all my Usos right now.
You know what? Y'all need a Rochambeau over that one.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm the goddamn tribal chief. I'm Bray Wyatt, goddammit. Y'all listen to me.
Who the fuck is Bray Wyatt?
Roman Reigns is fucking tribal chief, you stupid idiot.
Now who's Bray Wyatt?
Is
the greatest wrestler of all time, so my actual twin.
Bray Wyatt. Hold on.
You'll see.
This episode is sponsored by Korean Booty Sluts.
Yes, you're damn right. Korean booty sluts. My fans
are here.
To know what the hell
and it ain't no booty slut.
My fans are here. Hashtag Korean booty sluts.
Bray Wyatt, he looks like a country singer.
Also, for just a quick throw in there, folks, we are also the podcast is now available on Amazon Music. All 10 episodes currently right now. Probably once this episode is finished and uploaded, the 11th one will be on Amazon Music as well. So we are pretty much just about everywhere.
Just came to me real fast. I had this interesting drink that my boy Beast made for me. He calls it Japanese stock juice. Funny name. Actually a good drink though.
It's called what?
My friend calls it. My friend Beast calls it Japanese thought juice. See, he said it in the chat. He made that shit for me. That shit was great. It's just Hawaiian Punch orange and vodka, I believe. But it tastes so damn good.
Japanese
thought juice.
Yes, Japanese thought juice. That's what he calls it. Funny name, but it tastes fucking great.
What part of the is that what Japanese thoughts taste like?
Oh, there we go. Suntory Haku vodka. There you go.
Yeah, he got the recipe for you right there. So shout outs to my boy
Hawaiian Punch orange. Does that taste like thoughts?
I don't know.
Yes.
You tell me.
Have you tasted? Okay, how about this?
I don't know what a thought tastes like.
Okay. Anyone that's ever tasted a thought, let's compare the two, and let's see if they taste like it. I mean, if anyone's there. I've tasted thoughts in my life, and I'll tell you this: they all have different tastes, but never a Japanese one. Never a Japanese thought.
I never fucked the Asian girl, so
look. Here's what I'm telling you, man. All right, if you got Japanese thought juice, that implies the existence of y'all got to make Korean booty sweat juice. Korean booty sweat.
So we all gotta grab our energies to get this sweat.
Sweet kicker to solid booze. All right.
Just a sweet kicker to solid booze. I mean, it sounds like kind of like you know that one drink? What was it called? It's a melon. It's like a melon liqueur. It's called Korean booty sweat. Will be Pocari sweat.
It sounds more like an alternative version of a screwdriver.
What?
That is true.
I need to fuck. Oh my fucking
Korean
God.
Gatorade. Korean booty sweat will be
booty sweat. What about Korean stripper sweat?
Korean booty sweat. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, make it alcoholic.
Drink.
All right,
alcoholic sports drink.
I'm back. All right. You know you feel
all right, Vince, we got a new thing for you to try. You're gonna call it Korean booty sweat, and you need to mix
Japanese thought juice.
Yeah, you're gonna need to mix some vodka with pickery sweat.
Bruh, do you understand that the things I have done in my the things I've done in my lifetime, that is y'all gotta come up with something better than that. Look, I have snorted coke off of titties. What makes you think that drink is going to be enough?
Pretty random admittance.
That has been enough. I'm admit that. Look, alcohol, you would need to run some alcohol off of some woman's body for me to drink off of at this point. Like, come on, y'all. You ever know? I just came back from the restroom. You ever know when you go to a club and you drank too much and you got to go take a piss, but you know you got a chick waiting for you? Like, that's one of those things.
You gotta snort coke off their titties.
Snort coke right off the nipples. Right off them. All right.
That's very specific too, because I was imagining like, you know what I mean, like right between the titties. Like I was imagining like between the titties, not actually like on the nipple.
No, that's just motorboating. That's just simple motorboating. That's not enough. You're gonna have coke all over your face. Why waste the drug?
I thought you were gonna be like, you know, I thought you were gonna be like, next thing you know, you're gonna do a bump. Like right off her clit.
Isn't enough. Snort coke right off the titty, right off the end of
right
the
off
titty.
the titty,
right off the titty. All right, the same thing with drinks. If y'all better pour. It better be like Salma Hayek titty or Salma Hayek body for me to drink this. You know how she did the thing where you run the alcohol off her foot. I'm not a fan of feet. Yeah. But goddamn, I'm telling you now. When it comes to Salma Hayek, I would do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I think anyone would. Even at her, what was it? She's like what, 50 years old right now? Shit, she still looks.
Shit, she can still put the same. She probably do have athlete's foot, but she can do the same.
I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck if she has athlete's foot or not.
Oh my god, I would take the challenge if as long as there's a woman here to drink it off of or to snort it off of or whatever. I am not opposed to it whatsoever. I'm just letting y'all know that now.
I've had body shots. I've had test tube shots out of titties before.
Yes, thank you.
Crazy shit. Yeah.
All right. I think it's about time we move on to the gaming.
Let's move on to gaming. For those who don't know, oh my god, it's just heavy. Saints Row.
Hope you guys love Saints Row.
Yeah, well, if you love Saints Row, I would say now secure what you got with Saints Row because this not it. It's not it.
Oh, there's new.
Nope, this ain't it, Chief.
Saints Row Saints Row remake is getting millennial treatment. It's ditching the wacky fun and decides to appeal to modern audiences. They've
That's the
already
garbage
said,
bit.
yeah. So when you were attacking people with dildos and carrying
I'm a
on,
modern audience. This doesn't appeal to me.
it doesn't appeal to you. When you were attacking with people with dildos and carrying on, it's over. It's over. They're not going to have the wacky fun anymore. And you say,
and they said, and they came out and immediately said in their tweets to different people saying like, we're not changing a damn thing.
So yeah, so hold on. So whether are they going to change it or they're not? Because if that's
they said not, they're not going to do a damn thing.
So hold on. So then they are going to keep the wacky fun then.
No, they're not like all the pushback that they're getting. They're like tough shit. We're not doing what you want.
Okay, so they're going to change it and decide this is the way it needs to go. So Saints Row, which was legit diversity out of the ass. I mean, let's be honest here. The originals were diversity out of nowhere. They gave you the freedom to do what you wanted is now gone. Saints Row, rest in peace, Saints Row. Rest in peace. For real, that's how I feel.
I mean, it's supposed to appeal to a modern audience. I mean, like I said, I'm a modern audience.
Yeah, so like Saints Row 1 and 2, no more Stillwater gangs.
No more. No more.
Just like with the later games, no more wacky dildo bats.
They will learn. They will learn.
It's gonna be glasses and colored hair.
This is what brought Saints Row to the game, as it separated itself from Grand Theft Auto. This is what separated itself, and now you don't have that anymore.
Well, here's the thing, though, is what I mean. It's totally fucking ridiculous. But one of the other things is that you look at the new Saints Row. I mean, the characters are so unlikable. They look fucking awful.
They look like hipster garbage.
They don't look. I mean, they're supposed to be like, they're supposed to be relatable. No one I fucking personally know looks like them.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's
I'm just saying.
They're saying in the chat it's going to get the Agents of Mayhem, sales. That's what they're going to get. Yeah, it's a bargain bin game. It's a bargain bin game. Of course, they're going to try to sell it for 60, at the very least 40. But I don't see this game doing well.
And on top of that, they had the gall to reply to another tweet to somebody saying, "It's like you don't know." He goes, "You just don't know that you want it yet."
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, look, when people say stuff like that, we saw that with Devil May Cry. You don't know you want it yet. Nah, I'm good. I know what I want. I'm good. That's how I feel.
So what was it with Battlefield 5? And look how that did.
Well, I mean, there's more news. Speaking of changing things, for those who don't know, China bans children to 3 hours of online gaming a week. Now, look. Before we get even started,
save the children.
Look, I understand what China is doing. I don't want to seem that I'm just pro-China. I don't. But for anyone who has saw the documentary Web Junkie, all right, these people were going to online cafes and they were staying hours on top of hours on top of hours to the point where they had to have boot camps for people to get rid of online gaming addiction. All right.
That's the same shit in South Korea's gaming cafes.
South Korea is the same way.
This is something I never understood though, but I don't maybe it's a cultural thing, but why do people just go out in public and play games when you could just play your games at home?
They really don't. Like, given their economic status, given the fact that they still want to be social in a specific climate. I mean, there were guys who were sleeping in the actual online cafes, and they had to be waking up and say, hey, yo, you got to go home. You got to go home. Like, it's become so bad in South Korea and in China that they decided to do this. Now, I know a lot of people...
Don't forget, some have died.
Some have died. So,
some have been found dead.
Yeah, so for those who are saying, oh, China, they're wrong for doing this. No, they're not wrong for doing this. If it's really this, I don't want to call it an epidemic, but it is an addiction. People need to, they really need to look at what they're doing in life and say, hey, look, I believe that everything needs to be put in can be done in moderation. You can play games, you can play sports, you can have a life, everything in moderation. If you're spending X amount of hours to the point where you're falling asleep at these places, there's a problem. There's an absolute problem. And I think that China is they're trying to curb it, but they're possibly going the wrong way about it. I mean, 3 hours. I mean, 3 hours was quick in gaming. In gaming terms, 3 hours was quick. I could play any game in 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Like, you can do it in a way where it can be maybe 6 hours a week, because then you got 3 hours, then you can have 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
And do it like that.
But it's also
turn it off.
But it's also China. So China has this they ban so many things that it can also it could affect you because you're closing yourself off from the world. And for those who don't know, in more news, China is banning effeminate men from TV as part of a campaign to tighten social control. So femboys, you're gone. You're gone. They're banning you. They're banning you. Femboys are gone. So
out of here.
Taiwan with you, or what was it, or Thailand with you.
So it goes to show you that China is going a little bit too. Sometimes they go too extreme, as opposed to the extreme that they're facing, and it goes to show you that sometimes things are called for. I think that you need to see this as a case-by-case basis, and I think that China, in this case, has gone way too far. You know what I mean? Look, the chat is saying, I remember seeing a video clip where a long time ago where a kid was so addicted to playing video games that his kid's mother actually had to come over and feed him there. So whether or not China, they don't remember. Yeah, the mother had to come to the actual place to feed him.
Remove the kid from the fucking. Don't feed his ass. Take him out of there and then feed him.
Well, that's what it means. To ban it is like it's going too far. It is. Now,
the problem is though,
is it negligence on a parent at that point? Is it negligence on the parent that the parent didn't go and say, "Hey, where's my kid? I'm gonna have to go and get him," or like instill some kind of discipline in the child?
Yeah, there you go. It all starts from home.
I say this with everything. It always comes. It comes from the home. Any kind of societal problem,
starts from home.
They always start from the home.
It starts from home.
Yeah, it usually stems from the parents.
It does.
Like whether they're.
I also gonna have the counterpoint, because if you're a single parent and you're working so long, how much time can you have with your child? Like, some of it will have to be like going to cadets and learning the discipline, the hard way, the old-fashioned way.
That's also agreeable. I agree on that too.
That's very well said.
That's why I recommend people to go and do mixed martial arts. Do something like that, because you got your discipline down then. So then when you're facing problems, you can figure it out.
I try to tell people
as someone
in general, have a discipline. I mean, because then it spills over to all the other activities that you do. It's okay to play video games. I don't want people to think that we're anti-gamer here. I mean, we talk about gaming all the time here. You know what I mean? And no, it's okay. But I've seen a number of people on other podcasts who don't play games talk about this and say, they're absolutely right, or they're going too far. No, if you're not a gamer, you shouldn't be talking about this episode. You shouldn't be talking about this topic in general on your episodes. You shouldn't be. Because your outside influence doesn't help any if you're not a gamer. If you're not sitting around and playing video games or know how it is and know when to stop yourself, then there's a problem.
Exactly.
And we've seen this enough. We talked about this last time we had a pod about the King of Fighters issue. Look, like I said, again, I'm all for King of Fighters.
The Saudi prince can't stop himself from killing people?
Well, yeah, the Saudi prince, yeah. You know what I mean? And to support that, all the old King of Fighters, by all means, run that shit. I don't have a problem with that. But this new one that's coming out, knowing that the Saudi prince gave money to it, nah, I can't get down with that. And then when I ask people, well, what if it was me who was killed? And then people say, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get my King of Fighters. I don't give a fuck if you're killed. Well, then you're not my mans. It's that simple. You're not my mans. Situations will tell you exactly who was for you and who was against you. That's simple. And it's the same thing here. That addiction is a problem. And it is a real addiction. Whether people like to say that or not, it's a real addiction.
I have one thing to say about the China gaming situation, that this will affect gaming across the board with this. And I think that some of it could actually be applied to us in a way.
Hey, think about it this way.
We need to have this look.
And it's true, it is going to change the gaming landscape.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, especially you League of Legends players, y'all can actually probably win a match now.
Damn.
Yikes.
Really?
That was direct.
Jesus.
Oof.
Well, speaking of people who play games,
You gotta be careful the way you say this, though. You gotta be careful for this one.
Now, yeah, I have to be careful how I say this one, because speaking of video games, we talked about last pod how the N-word was used in Left 4 Dead, and we found out that there were dual sound bites that were said by the zombies that were used, and people thought they heard the N-word, and we heard, I mean, obviously it wasn't, and we had said that people were being trained. We know that people had a problem with that, and I explained to them that if you feel as though you're being trained to hear that against your will, technically you can file that under PTSD. You can file that under that because it's not purposely being said.
Also,
However,
subliminal messaging.
yeah,
Y'all gonna love this.
DLC.
Y'all gonna love this.
However, we have a situation where people have heard this or said this purposely. Okay? Now, for those who don't know, Twitch has banned users from referring the word Nagas. That's right, Nagas in World of Warcraft.
Oh, that kind of stuff.
So literally, people are saying, "Yo, I got my gun out and I shot a Naga." You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you had guns in World of Warcraft, I mean, that'd be interesting.
I shot a Naga.
I mean,
This is for my Nagas and Nagas only. This is what
And it's gotten
Yeah.
Twitch streamers banned because it sounds too close to being the N-word for the World of Warcraft race. That's
Yeah. Now this is what we call purposely done.
For them.
This is purposely done.
that's what I was saying. You have to be careful when you say it.
You have to be very careful when you say these things. And of course, you don't know who the person is saying it at the time, so I wouldn't be surprised if there are other races saying this in this way in a joking manner, but they're still saying it purposely. Okay?
no, I say this shit in Heroes of the Storm now all the time.
See, you're hearing Heroes of
People
the
think it's
Storm.
funny.
Yeah, see? So, my Nagas, where you at? You know what I'm saying? You're going to hear this constantly now.
Oh boy.
Now they're purposely saying it. So for people who had a problem with us saying it before, understand that we were coming from a situation, from a perspective where people are trained to hear this, and if it was against their will, we were saying it as if it was from a PTSD form. That's where we were at. But in this case, no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was about to say, I don't think anyone ever looked at it like, oh man, I'm just gonna say it. Now it's like, now that people are having a problem with it, it's like, I guess you're right. There should be a problem with it.
In this case, when you're saying it purposely this way, it's a problem. When you say it this way. So you have to understand that there's two different ways of saying it. You know what I mean? And I feel as though, in this case, this is purposely. People have a right to be, upset if they feel upset. Like I said, I can't tell you every individual that will feel upset or not upset over the issue. But in this case, if people are upset over this, then by all means, you should be upset for the people who are saying it, you know what I mean, if you feel upset. That's your feeling. You have every right to that feeling, all right? There's also people going to say, man up, and you shouldn't be upset. They have a right to say that too, all right? But in more news, for those who don't know, we know that Knights of the Old Republic will be remade. We saw that during the Sony, conference, right? We saw that.
I didn't see the Sony conference, but I heard it afterwards, and I was very, very hyped, and I was ready to be like, look, take all my fucking money, because that's one of my favorite series.
Now, Comment's he's a big KOTOR fan.
Yeah. Keywords, it's not made by EA.
It's not by EA. That's a big thing. That's a big positive. But now we're finding out.
I was so hyped.
Yeah, but now we're finding out that a former Mary Sue writer and social justice activist will be writing. Will be writing for this game.
So boy, have you seen her tweets? Oh my God, have you seen her tweets?
If you haven't seen her tweets, then I would get ready. Get ready. I'm just letting you know now. All right.
So I think it's safe to say, with her writing, she's gonna just try and make Bastila the main character.
Yeah, I'm just saying that.
I'm just
there's talk of going back, in the past and changing things, and you're going to recap certain things, and this writer is on board for all of it. That's what we're hearing so far.
This new generation, I swear to fucking God.
Yeah.
Also, this game isn't it's not PlayStation 5 exclusive, it's timed exclusive.
This and the chat is saying, Sam Maggs, you're absolutely right. You're naming names. Let's name names, all right? Sam Maggs.
Oh, man.
Before we go any further, hold on. Sam Maggs, all right, is the same person who said that GTA 5 sexually assaulted me. That's what you're dealing with right now.
Yes.
What?
That's who you're dealing with. That's
Somehow
who
a video
dealing
game
with.
sexually assaulted her. It's crazy.
Has been hired to write this. I'm just
know,
letting you know now.
Oh my fucking God, man. I'm just gonna say this now. If you fucking are thinking a fictional fucking game is sexually assaulting you, I want you to do me a favor and go to the Loony Asylum and stay the fuck there. You're not welcome in human society.
Did you say fictional
Dude,
characters? Did you say
with
fictional
that.
characters?
Okay, they're talking about fictional
Fictional characters.
Fictional characters.
Oh, and well, here, get this. One of her tweets, somebody asked her, what her favorite Star Wars game was, and she said it was not KOTOR.
Could it be the SNES game?
Get the fuck out.
I don't remember what it was that she said, but she said it wasn't Knights of the Old Republic.
Well, there you go.
Oh, God.
So she doesn't even like
here's
Knights
the
of the Old Republic, but yet she's happy to write for it.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem I have. If you're saying Grand Theft Auto, GTA 5 sexually assaulted you, a fictional video, an inanimate object, and a mere idea, a piece of art, if you will. If we're calling video games art, something inanimate sexually assaulted you. How weak do you have to be? How, you know what I mean? That shows you can't function in a normal human society with the fact that other people's ideas exist other than your own. Is what you're saying is that you can't accept the idea of anyone else having any kind of expression other than your own. In other words, what I'm saying is that you need to get evaluated, just to piggyback off of what Ben said earlier, Odinson said. You do need to check yourself out. You need help. You don't have a place here right now at this point, because you know what? At the end of the day, and this goes for all of the SJW crap that's going on these days,
Let them
and
know.
everyone getting butthurt about everything.
I don't know. I'll hit the button right now. Y'all have to understand that there's no reason for you to go this route. I think it's all for clicks. I think that's as far as they go. There's no reason
also,
for it.
Go on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, this also disrespects people who actually have been sexually assaulted. And I know a family member who has been sexually assaulted. So this fucking offends me a lot worse.
It's offensive. Okay.
That's exactly where I was going next. That's exactly where I was going next. I was going there next. I was saying this is offensive to people that actually have been sexually assaulted. Thank you so much for finishing that.
Yep.
It goes to show you. But I mean, I don't think that a lot of these people, when they write these articles, they're kind of tone deaf. They don't understand what it means to be really assaulted or what it means to be really offended by a lot of these things. People in real life,
lavish comfort.
Yeah, it's people in real life who have dealt with this, and I understand they're trying to reach that audience. But if you haven't been through that, as they have been, they're going to look at you like a fucking clown. That's what they look at you like. While they can probably relate, they're not going to say, "Look, this is not the way to go about it. This is not the way to go about it." That's you know what I mean. And I've seen that as well. But in more news,
as you would say, this ain't it, Chief.
This ain't it. So in more news, Respawn moves to reassure concerned Titanfall 2 players after security issues. Now, look, again, this is EA. Let me. Y'all have to be kidding me that we have to go here.
EA games.
And they're bullshit, EA. You have to be kidding me. And they're still with Respawn, but it's unreal that people are still doing this. I mean, your security issues should be intact for Titanfall 2. I'm not a fan of Titanfall. I've never been a fan of Titanfall because after what they did was they was like, oh, you can play with robots and you can play as yourself. And then it got to a point where people didn't like the robots anymore. So they were like, okay, we'll just make a mode where you're yourself. Well, what's the fucking point? Your gimmick is the robots. That's your gimmick. Yeah. You take that away and it's nothing but Call of Duty. I mean,
also, you don't get the robots for long anyway.
Wait, you're talking about Apex?
No, I'm talking about Titanfall.
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 I was about to say, you take away the mechs, you get Apex.
Yeah, you have Apex. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. It's just another shooter. The entire point of Titanfall was to have the robots or the mechs or whatever you want to call them. It's the same thing. The Titans. It's the same thing. Without that gimmick, you fall into another FPS that's no different than any other. And I feel as though it kills Titanfall. I felt it killed Titanfall a long time ago when they added that option. It really did.
Yeah, there was no need for people crying about that shit. Go and play fucking Call of Duty and go cry. Fucking losers.
Anyway, just to jump back on temporarily to Sam Max, I threw a couple of images of her tweets in the Discord. So if you want to take a gander at them, by all means.
Oh no, I'm looking at them now. No. After all these years, I finally get to make a BioWare game. Was it Knights of the Old Republic your favorite? No, she's not a fan of it being her favorite. I mean, there's too many of these to list. I'm seeing all these tweets, and I'm seeing
these are just
giving these people
jobs.
Is all I have to say. Quit giving these people a fucking job.
Yeah, stop giving it to them. Stop giving it to them. Find people who actually love what they do. That's what it is. Find people who love what they do.
I'm just saying. Don't people usually have like a resume, and don't they look at it and be like, hey, oh shit, you're a fucking activist and you should really stir the fucking pot. Okay,
God
cool,
forbid,
you're hired.
God forbid that happens. I mean, find people who have a passion for this shit instead of just trying to push a point.
But yeah, so anyway, back to Respawn.
Not even back to Respawn. We're moving on because we got some real shit to talk about.
Oh yeah, there we do.
That's right. Cougar was kept as an illegal pet during New York City home. Cody, what's going on out there? What's going on out there?
Oh,
yeah, what's going on, Cody? Why are people keeping cougars in their homes?
I don't know, Chief.
You don't know?
Once upon a time.
Dude, you're our correspondent on the ground there.
Yeah, you're supposed to be our correspondent. New York correspondent.
I am your New York correspondent, yes. But there are some things that are out of my reach. This is the first time I hear about a cougar living in New York. Besides the ones that live in Huts Point and Gun Hill.
Oh, here you go with the Huts Point.
That's exactly what Jesus to say. The only cougars that I've ever heard
here, not a person.
I need all the
only cougars in bed.
Oh my god,
they're fantastic. Most of them live in Aspen, Colorado, also.
Oh my god, I need healing for all of it. I'm just sorry.
Shit.
But since we're on Cougars, all right. I need to talk about.
They call him Cougar because it's pussy.
No. Should we talk about it?
Is that why?
Oh yeah!
Oh my god! See, I was going to go there, but you went there. So let's talk about it. Men versus women. All right, older names. So we have Cougars, which older women are Cougars, and for as far as I'm concerned, that's a cool name. You get MILF. Okay, still they're cool names. Us men don't have cool names. We're called dogs. We're called creepy, old, dirty old men. Seriously, where do we get this from?
Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's say someone of maybe late 30s, early 40s age dates someone in their early 20s.
Okay.
Then they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's a dirty old man."
That's a dirty old man.
Let's flip.
Yeah, that's a really dirty ass old man.
Now let's flip the genders.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cougar.
Yeah, she can get it right. Yeah, cougar. Yeah. Whole different story. Even men, they get described down to their cars. I mean, yeah, Dodge Ram date rate van. I mean, we see it all the time.
I've never heard that one.
You never heard that one? Oh, man,
I've never heard of that shit.
Yeah, we hear it all the fucking time. Us men will see a van and be like, yo, that's the 18. You know what I mean?
No shit.
That's only if the van's black, though.
Yeah, if it's black, yeah. But I mean,
if it's a white van with no windows, yeah, you might want to stay away from that because that's a jump out van.
See what I mean? Then you start saying, well, he may have candy in there to lure kids. It seems like men have a harder time when they get older to get women as opposed to women getting men. And to get to the point...
not if you have money.
Not well. It's if you have money. Now, if we talk about it, now we looked into it, okay, and we have cougars, and what they call men is manthers. That's right, manthers.
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 That's the dumbest fucking thing I've heard.
Like panthers, but manthers. And
sounds horrible.
I don't see that catch. I don't see that catch on.
It doesn't. So my question is, what do older men call themselves? Like, what do you call themselves? Manthers is not
debonair, suave.
Debonair, suave. It's
a lemon.
A lemon. Damn.
A gentleman, a lemon. What the fuck?
We're broken down now. Is that it? All older men are broken down.
Shit.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. Remember, I'm your New York correspondent. I heard that somewhere.
A lemon?
I was outside.
Where though?
Christ.
So is it sweet and sour lemon?
All men past 25, or should we say 30
I
and
heard
up?
it somewhere in Manhattan.
So is it 30 and up? 30 and up? So should we agree 30 and up then? Is that it? For when it comes to okay. Older men 30 and up. Should we be called
I say 35 and up.
35 and up. Okay, 35 and up. Should they be called manthers?
I don't get anything.
No.
I just think the name sounds horrible.
So I think the name sounds horrible as well. I mean,
hey, you know what? Why can't we also be MILFs? Why can't we be a man they would like to fuck?
Well, I would say MILF is fine. I would be okay with MILF.
Man they would like to fuck.
I would
Why we can't be called?
No. So you have the MILF. So for the guys, it'd be a GILF.
No,
guys,
it's a DILF.
A DILF. It'll be
DILF is a grandma.
Well, yeah.
DILF is a grandma.
DILF,
if you ever search anything on Pornhub,
DILF would be dad that you would like to fuck, but DILF, that means you would, at 35, you would have to have a kid. What if you're 35 and you don't have a kid? Then what?
I mean, you can be old enough to be someone's daddy.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's and they're saying in the chat, you would think women and cougars, but for men, they would just be horny. That's not good enough. Come on.
Women are always horny.
Women are. Don't let it fool you. Women are horny. They don't let it fool you.
Yep.
They're just as bad as men, except they know how to go about it a little bit differently. They have a little bit of leeway.
Look out for the signs.
Well, it just doesn't show.
It doesn't show.
You see? Yeah. You gotta look out for the signs, especially the hand signs. If you see the hand signs, you know what you're in for.
They lack the.
Did he say hand signs? So we're talking jazz hands. Jazz hands. Basically jazz hands.
You know what told me these hand signs? Fucking Yakuza 0 when doing the fucking hostess corruption.
Why
are hand signs?
You shouldn't be taking tips from a video game. You should.
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
Just like diving down this like rabbit hole.
Oh my God!
Christ.
Hand signs. You gotta look out for the hand signs. If you know.
No, man. You just look at normal body language. If you're sitting next to her, are her knees? Is she pointing her body towards you and shit like that? Is she playing with her hair? Is she like not breaking eye contact? Things like that. That's how you actually know if a woman is.
This is Wings Ears cure you in real life.
Nah, man. I'm a Majima fan. Let's get that shit straight.
He's a
Majima fan. I'm a Majima fan.
So you're doing sequence dancing? Is that
I'm the mad dog of Shimano up in this shit.
So you're doing sequence dancing? Is that it?
I'm curious. Fuck yeah.
Unreal. You gotta be kidding me. Look, as far as I'm concerned, I'm okay with the term MILF for both men and women. I am.
So
a DILF.
But see, the problem is that like,
yeah,
you got to say like you're into MILFs, and then they're gonna be like, oh, but which one?
Well, let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it a bit then. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Look, there's nothing wrong
because
with Cougars. I mean, Cougars technically are supposed to be what, 10 years older than you? 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
There's nothing wrong with Cougars. There's nothing wrong with Cougars. All right. Now, if you're reaching 70 years old or 60 years old and you're breaking down, it depends on their sexual appetite. If you're telling me that there's a 50-year-old woman out there who's wearing,
let's call sugar mama at that point.
Yeah, but if they're like age 60 and maybe 50 to 60, then that means they're just like sexually frustrated wives.
No, 50-year-olds. Look, there's the number of 50-year-old women who take care of themselves and who are sexually out there. There's some out there. Now,
no, I'm not saying you're not wrong. You're not wrong on that.
I mean, but other than that,
That's empty going back in my bed though.
All right, so they're saying MILFs are usually in their 40s and 50s. That's what they're saying. Okay, can we all agree that MILFs are in their 40s and 50s? Cougars are in their 40s and 50s. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
MILFs and Cougars.
We'll say 30 to 40 for Cougars.
30? 30 to 40?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, I think my.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Wow.
Holy shit. I remember.
I mean, that's the way I've always heard it, so.
I don't know about 30s. I mean, 30s is still young.
30s.
I mean, 30s.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
you're kind of handicapped.
Mid-30s, 35 to 40 years old. How's that?
35 to 40, but 40 to 50. So, if we're talking this, I mean, there has to be still some type of sexual interaction. All right, I don't know if there's any sexual interaction at 60.
Just like Chad said, my cougar was in her 40s. Yeah, my first cougar, she was in her 40s. I was 23. She was like 42 or something.
There you go. There you go. Here's the question, chat. Was she wearing the leopard print? Was she wearing it?
No. Here's the biggest question. Was she from New York? Lived in Gun Hill Road?
God damn! Does she have to live in a specific place?
That's the key fact.
I mean, I'll say this: she lived in the one I was. She lived in a gated community of gated like fucking rich place. I had a fucking you know, it was like a rich part of town. So I mean, maybe.
See that's what I'm saying.
She had a body. I'll say this though: she had a body better than any 20-year-old I had ever seen.
That's what I'm saying. If they take care of themselves really well, is that okay? I mean, I mean, the chat is saying someone 33 and they were 23, so there's a 10-year gap difference. Yeah,
but see, here's the thing though. Cougars will know. Cougars, MILFs, whatever, what have you. That because the definition of a cougar, isn't it supposed to be an older woman that prefers the company of younger men? Yeah. So don't you think that they would appeal to younger men by having? They got to compete with other younger women out there, like in their 20s. So they got to look bad, like you know what I mean. They got to look better than a 20-year-old.
Yeah, they got to look better than a 20-year-old, and they're experienced. So let me say this: I don't have any problem shooting at a cougar at all.
Hell yeah.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. I have no problem with that.
Then my friend, the next time you come to New York event, I'm going to take you to Huts Point.
Why you want to take me to Huts Point? Why you want to take me there?
Is that where the hookers? Is that where the hookers were?
He said Huts Point and Gun Hill Road. Why would I want to go there?
That's the origins of the sex worker.
But that has nothing to do with cougars. They're not sex workers.
Cougars be there too.
But cougars aren't sex workers. I mean,
I'm just saying the cougars be there too. So take it from
no.
You can find a cougar anywhere. I can find a cougar here in Philly. Like
there ain't no sex worker. There ain't no sex worker talk here. The hookers.
It makes no sense. Like, come on. So I want to give a round of applause for all my cougars out there. I'm just saying they deserve. Ladies, you are appreciated. You are. I want to give them their round of applause.
Y'all are making all these young men's lives that much better. Giving them valuable experience.
You're giving valuable experience. Yeah, exactly. They can learn from you. I'm not even mad. Go do you. Go ahead, girl. Yep. I'm not mad at any cougar. All right.
Yep.
But I feel the same way with older men. I'm not mad with them trying to get a younger woman as well. If you want to do that, go ahead. There shouldn't be a stigma where it's okay for older women to hunt younger men, but not okay for older men to hunt younger women. Look, I feel that's unfair.
It's never intentional. I want to interject in there for a quick second about that, about what you said about a guy going for a girl.
Yeah.
Usually what ends up happening with that, it's usually because the younger girl got with the older man is because the older man has a bunch of money.
Not always the case. I don't have a bunch of money.
I don't know, dude. Like when I was working at Neiman Marcus, dude. Like that's a lot of shit I saw.
Dude, I remember when I was in high school, there were girls in high school dating older men. They did not want to deal with us high school guys. They always wanted older guys. So they started early. You know what I mean? They started very early.
That kind of brought up a memory during my high school.
I was gonna say almost all of my relationships have always been younger. I've never ever dated anyone my age or older. So, like I'm saying, I didn't have any money, so I don't know what Doom is talking about.
I'm talking about I'm talking about like 60-year-old men.
Oh, okay. Well, when I'm 60, I'll hit you up. I'll let you know. I'll hit you up and let you know when I'm still dating 20-year-olds.
I just don't understand. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Cody. Go ahead.
Like you brought up about the high school joint. That actually brought up something in my past.
Okay.
I during my high school, I had a wood shop.
Okay.
I know, and oh boy, the minute that we all found out that he was dating one of the students, it went fucking viral. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it all the time in high school, and it was like, oh, I I don't want to go out with you because I want an older man who has a better car and has a really well-paying job.
Has his shit together.
But you see them now, and they're looking for younger men. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, it's a funny thing. And remind you, this person this chick was like the most popular fucking whore. She looked like.
Why did you say popular whore? Couldn't she have just been a popular girl? No, no,
no. Trust me. No, she fucked the whole fucking high school down.
Did she fuck you? No, I didn't want to do that.
I was smart.
Fuck you.
Most of my high school life, I just kept to my fucking self. I wanted to fucking graduate and stay away from these fucking hood rats.
Bro, high school.
A whore you have to pay for. I mean, don't you have to pay for whores? Wouldn't a hoe be better?
Yeah, I mean.
No, trust me. I seen some shit in high school. So
I'm not surprised if you saw anything, some shit in high school. I'm sure you did. I think we all did.
Man, the high school that me and Comment went to, man, there was always some shit going.
And the funny thing is, the funny thing is, the high school that I went to is actually like 4 blocks down from where I live at.
Damn, you can't skip that.
You know what?
Near St. Mary's.
No. The crazy. I've seen crazy shit, especially in middle school. That's the first time I ever saw a pregnant girl my age. That was weird.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, I see.
There were definitely pregnant girls in my middle school as well. Definitely. Mm-hmm.
And that was fucking weird.
So
I had one experience where I dated a 30-year-old when I was like 16. That's close to it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Whoa!
Wait, hold on. How old was she?
Like in the 30s or something?
In the 30s?
20s.
Damn.
Oh, I thought you said 50. I was like, wait a minute, what?
So in other words, Odin's son here has all of the experience.
He's all the experience. All of it.
So if you got questions, you know who to go ask.
You're right.
Well, yeah.
His inbox is open.
Yeah. But I mean, even these days, if older men try to pick up younger girls, is it wrong? I mean, is it looked down on? I mean, it's because the chat is...
Yeah, it is. It actually is looked down on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because the chat is saying, they look like pedophiles.
That's your double standard there.
You gotta be kidding.
But you know what? I think there's something to it. There's something to it with the Cougars and just women just preferring younger men for some reason.
Maybe they can keep up with them. Maybe they can keep up with them as opposed to older men.
Mainly because
maybe they can.
I would say it's more to do with they have more energy, I guess.
Yeah, something.
They can go longer.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, it's like you get, but some of them you got to find the balance because some dudes. I mean, I'll say this from personal experience. When I was younger, you can have all the energy in the world, but you don't got the stamina.
Yeah,
you can't go the distance. And I'm not talking about like physical stamina either.
Well, yeah, and this the chat is saying.
I know what you mean.
Do you think that women?
Yeah, see,
the chat is asking. Do you think that women benefit from double standards more than men? That's what they're asking.
Exactly. No, I wasn't meaning it in that shape or form. I was meaning it as in to where women, aren't looked down upon as men are.
That's a double standard. That's what we're talking about.
That's what we mean. That's a double standard.
That's the whole double standard part of it. Yeah, but it's nothing like I'm not meaning in any bad way of any kind.
I'm just saying.
No, we're not saying that. We're just saying, do women benefit more from the double standard in general and the whole stigma of sexuality as a whole than men?
I don't know.
I say yes.
Maybe.
I say yes, except for one important detail, and this was one that I talked about the other day. which was about King of the Hill, where Hank Hill was telling Bobby, he was like, he said, well, when Bobby was saying, oh, well, what if I was your daughter? Because he got caught kissing a girl. He goes, well, what about if I was your daughter? He goes, then we'd have a problem. And he's like, well, then why is that a problem? He said, son, we got the good end of the double standard here. Don't knock it.
Look, and people are saying they would guess that because the movie The Graduate, as we know with Dustin Hoffman, that made the Cougar Club thing more popular than the Silver Fox girls' relationships. So I mean, it did, make a big thing. So now we're talking what's popular and what's being groomed into what, you know what I mean? When it comes to women, is it, they've had, I don't want to say a free pass, but the door's been open for them to do some things with younger men, as opposed to
maybe women do get a benefit out of it. Then I don't know.
Maybe they do.
What's that fucking stupid book that came out? The stupid fucking BDSM shit, fucking crap.
They all
popular.
Oh, you talking about the I don't know.
Book.
I know what you're talking about. That
you know what I'm on about. Like,
I know what you're talking about. That stupid fucking book that no one really read unless it was women who read it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. The 30 something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No one cares.
Let's ask this question, right? Would any of us fuck our teachers in high school? Like,
dude, yes.
Well, you just decide to open that can of worms.
Yes, and more yes. I can tell you now, in certain in schools, there were certain teachers that were fucking hot. All right, I had at least 2 or 3 teachers that were hot.
We didn't have that in our schools.
Dude, 2 or 3 teachers that were fucking hot.
Common and I didn't have that.
Yes. And
man, we had teachers that literally look like fucking old women, dude. I swear, dude. All of our teachers are
somebody in the chat that say they're not going to answer it.
They're not going to answer it.
Good call.
There were some teachers I had that were fucking hot. Like, seriously hot. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, Jesus Christ hot. Like, yeah.
We weren't that lucky.
Yeah. No, I would say
we were not.
And we see it more and more these days, though. And teachers who
I've seen some hot ass teachers these days.
That's what I'm saying. Man. These days it's even more. But teachers that have sex with younger people, and then we say, oh, they're pedophiles because they're not of age, because they're not of age. They really aren't. They really aren't of age. So it's
but female teachers will get way more chances.
Oh man,
yes, they will. This is what we see with the This is what we see with the female teachers.
Just for clarity here, we're not saying it's a good thing to do that.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no, we're not saying we're not
saying it's okay.
Thank you for saying that. We're not saying it's okay. No. We're not. But here's the thing.
Like, it's a
we're
not advocating for it at all.
We're not advocating at all. But when you see these these headlines about a teacher having sex with a student, they always show her bikini photo or her every life photo. Yeah, we don't see the mugshot. We don't see the mugshot. We don't see that. No.
And they're all in Texas too, supposedly.
You're right about that. Yeah, you never see a mugshot from that. You always see it's always a nice picture.
It's always a nice picture. It's always a picture that compliments them. It's never a picture of fucking mugshot of them crying and being locked up. You never see that shit. It's very rare, especially on Twitter. So I think that does still play a point into what they do. I feel it does.
Yeah.
So
like men will get shamed and fucking throw hammers on their ass.
Somebody in chat said in Florida it happens a lot with these teachers.
It's Florida! It's Florida!
Have you ever been to Texas lately?
Look, this is actually a gift. This is a gift. This is one of a teacher just erasing a dry erase. Tell me you can't focus on the fucking lesson with that shit.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Look at that. Come on, dude. Come on. So, I mean... It's Florida, though. What do you expect? Florida.
But speaking of Florida, I guess you got something to share.
I do have some things to share about Florida. However, I will say that before we get started, Cougars, by all means, and I'm saying this because I want to make sure that everyone's hit us all up.
Oh, yeah.
Hit us all up, please.
Go in Event's bedroom right
now. We
are
are pro-Cougar here. I don't care what anybody say. We are pro-Cougar, whether you like it or not. All right, but in more news,
it's Freddy Krueger.
In more,
No Freddy Krueger.
no, we said Cougar, not Kruger. Cougar, not Kruger, not Cougars. You're Cougars. We're not having it. Cougars. All right.
Freddy Krueger's. God damn it, Freddy Krueger's.
Where all of Freddy Krueger's? Yeah,
He's gonna deliver you groceries in the nightmares.
all of your leopard skin, your leopard print. I do not care as long as you look great. All right, we love you, baby. Anyways, we want to move on. All right.
On to the Florida topic.
No, not that's Florida, but just in Florida. I mean, just topics in general. Parents must pay, and this is a very distinct amount, I must say, $30,441. All right, y'all ready for this?
Yeah, 30 grand.
Yeah, for getting rid of 43-year-old son's porn cache. You gotta be kidding me!
Oh,
You gotta be kidding me! Now the story
$30,441 worth of porn.
Yeah, his parents. So
what kind of porn is worth $30,000?
I don't know.
That is quite the collection.
So let's flesh this out just a little bit. Flesh this out. And I don't mean fleshlight. Let's flesh this out. Let's spot some light on it. All right.
Fleshlight this out.
The 43-year-old apparently
Alan Waking his fleshlight.
Alan waking it. Okay, I'm for that. All right. Flash the light on it. A 43-year-old is a divorcee. No. All right. He divorced his wife and he moved back in with his parents. So he has $30,441 worth of porn. The parents found it and said, hey, we're going to get rid of this and it's for your own good. So now he is suing his parents for the money back. And the judge has ruled in his favor that the parents must pay him back $30,441 for his porn.
Well, you want to know something else? You want to know something else that probably happened after that? He probably doesn't have a place to live now.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, that's what I was about to say. After his settlement, I mean, maybe he could get a place temporarily. I mean, I don't know if any houses that are worth $30,000.
Well, he can get an apartment now. At least an apartment.
Here's what I was gonna say, though.
Being an apartment, yeah, that's all you can get out of it.
Here's what I was gonna say though is, I mean, what porn is worth $30,000?
I don't know.
Dude, must have had some pretty good stuff, I guess, and maybe some rare magazines.
How do you put a monetary value on that? It's crazy.
Dicks and asses and pussies.
You know what? Maybe he kept every receipt he bought and then just totaled it up.
Who buys porn?
Who buys? You get it from the internet. Who buys it?
What do you mean who buys porn?
Who buys fucking porn?
Oh my God!
Buys porn.
Maybe he's a MILF. Maybe he's a man that women would like to fuck, and he doesn't know the ins and outs of the internet. It's the only thing I can say. I mean, who buys porn?
You never know, dude. Dude probably hits up his local joint every once in a while, or or just stops by a convenience store.
The internet?
Well, I mean, he obviously had some kind of collection.
Yeah, he had a collection. Yeah, so it had to be physical. Had to be.
That was a solution to all this shit.
So he probably had a substantial collection.
He probably did. And they found it and they got rid of it. And the dad said, but still, the dad said, "This is for your own good. It's better this way." And then he sues him and he gets his money back. Like, oh my God!
So what you're saying is this was some kind of intervention thing gone horribly wrong.
Yes, it backfired. Bukaki, it backfired.
I mean,
the money that he got, he probably used that to go and buy back his collection.
Stronger, more powerful porn.
Oh my God! You never know.
Porn far more stronger.
So we're gonna say it's gonna be Super Saiyan porn 2.
Super Saiyan porn 2, exactly. That's it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, shit.
Bitches.
Super Saiyan porn, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So in more news, for those who don't know, Carole Baskins. That's right. Carole Baskins sells Joe Exotic's. She sells Joe Exotic's property, but it can't become a zoo. So it can become anything else, even your own porn dealer, but it can't become a zoo.
What the fuck?
I don't understand.
You're gonna build a water park on top of it.
Yes, why not?
So
Why not?
how about instead of a zoo, why not make it an animal sanctuary?
Because you know how that goes.
Why not?
I mean, look, animal sanctuary, or whatever, it can't become a zoo regardless. But I guess there could be, some of that. But since y'all
why don't they, instead of calling it a zoo, you could just call it a storage for animals?
Well, that or it would be rescue. You gotta think. Her place is called Big Cat Rescue, so they're trying to rescue the animals. For her to extend that to another rescue, I don't know.
We're gonna go to Pussycat Rescue.
See, now you're bringing up pussy part. See, you're bringing the pussy part. See?
Like, why? Like, I'm just fucking fed up with this bitch. Like she's gonna dig more holes, put bodies in there or something. Like, what's she?
Well, we already know that she's not going to be part of Tiger King 2. We already know that. So she
doesn't want to be part of it.
No, she doesn't. So
I think she publicly said that she doesn't want anything to do with it anymore.
She wants nothing to do with it. She's her own star right now on her own at this point.
Tiger Man.
And she doesn't still, and mind you, she still doesn't pay her employees. All right, she still doesn't. It's all voluntary work still. So for them to work 10, 12 hours a day, it's
that's how she has all that money.
Yeah, that's how she has all that money.
She don't pay that dick chick what that guy does. Yeah, and he has sex with his workers, don't he? That fucking one dude.
Yeah, but
exotic?
No,
someone said because she's a killer. Allegedly, she's a killer.
Allegedly,
no, she's straight up. No, we all know.
Even though we believe it, allegedly.
That's like, look. I'm gonna name drop right now. That's like saying, allegedly Hillary Clinton's a killer. We all know.
Well, allegedly,
we all know.
Allegedly,
quote unquote.
But speaking of Florida, man, hold on. Florida man has been tased for twerking during rainy traffic stop.
Man,
God,
what the fuck? It makes no sense.
Jesus Christ!
How would you react to seeing something like that? You're coming up and you're driving on the road and you see this traffic stop and you see a homeboy just working like a mofo
and getting tased in the rain.
Yeah, in the rain, no less.
It makes no sense. None of it makes sense. None of it.
Like, I've seen women do it and people call out for it. Like what the fuck are you doing, you bitch?
The question is, did he get his citation? Like, did he get a warning after that?
I would think he got something for it. I mean, you got tased. I mean, the lesson should speak itself, shouldn't it? the consequence.
I think maybe we should do it again and then just laugh. You stupid fucking idiot.
Well, there is more.
Fucking idiot.
There is more, and I want to say this is Florida woman. Hold on, Florida woman. Florida woman, TikTok star, digital princess. And before we get any further than that, I want y'all to understand how digital princess is spelled. Okay? All right. Digital is spelled fine. Princess is PRINCSS. Has been arrested for child neglect.
Princess.
Right? Has been arrested for child neglect. Now, for what we've seen so far is that Digital Princess, they went to her house. The child was in the front yard crying his eyes out. They could not find her whatsoever when they went to the house. I just don't understand how this is acceptable in any means. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Well, when you can't spell your fucking name properly, maybe go back to fucking.
Jesus.
There's also, she's not. This person is not. She's been on the news before previously.
Oh.
Yeah, so she's just another dumb bitch.
She was previously had to do something with Pokemon, and Nintendo told her to stop.
Oh God!
And that she had to change her name.
See, that was the other thing.
Is this the same girl who was putting out that? Hold on. Is this the same girl that was putting out the fake? Was it the pamphlets, or what is it? The secrets to Pokemon Go? Is this the same girl?
No, this was something else. And she was like
her name was Pokey Princess before or some shit.
And she was doing stuff on the hub.
Oh my god. Just
but all these, you know what, all these hoes and shit all kind of blend together. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is the same one that threw her cat or whatever.
No, it's not the same one that threw her cat. No, that was in Canada.
Okay,
that was in Canada.
Okay,
Canadians.
Canadians, really?
Canadians just throwing cats.
This digital Prince Sex was trying to get dick on internet, leaving her child alone.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with people? Like, come on. And you know, I want to
remember we had that conversation about women are also horny.
They're also horny, but you don't leave your child alone in the yard.
No,
you don't do that. Like that's
somebody can take your child. Or
exactly. Like, come on, man. You don't do that. You don't do that. So it goes to show you, women fucking up. This week this
was her. Like she had to change her name from Pokey something or other to Digital Princess.
It's the same. Yeah. It's the same name right there. The same thing.
It's the same girl.
Oh my god.
I just don't understand fucking people. Like, if you got a fucking kid, be more responsible. And secondly, if she's doing what I think it is, I disavow completely.
Disavow. We disavow everything here, even arson.
Disavow, yeah.
Yeah. Even arson.
Thank you. Arsen's amazing. Play that clip again. Play it again, boy.
Snuff that in. Yeah. No. You go get shots for that one. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh boy, man.
Well, let's move on to our weekly picks. Who wants to go first? I got a hell of a pick. I'm just saying.
I think I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
For anybody, like, if you ever remember back in the day when you were really young and waking up on a Saturday morning to watch cartoons, The Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3.
Super Mario Brothers. Okay, there you go. That's a good one. They rival Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That's right.
Super Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
That's a good one.
I remember eating.
Anyone else?
Remember eating cereal. The
Nintendo Entertainment cereal.
Yeah. Yep. Why not?
I'd say my weekly pick is of course we all know I'm a avid fan of VTubers.
Oh god, here we go.
So
here we go.
My weekly pick is actually going to be one of my newest favorites VTubers, which is Oral Crony. Her voice alone just sold me on her personality, and then the fact that she's so well versed in memes, she's so self-aware of just everything out there, and her streams are fucking great. Like I watched her stream of 12 minutes, that one game that's really fucking weird. I never knew anything about it. Somehow she made that entertaining.
Oh god.
That's all I'll say. That Oral Crony, she is awesome. She's great. Love her.
You goddamn VTubers.
Goddamn VTubers. Yeah, that's my weekly pick.
Well, no, that's his weekly pick. I mean, hey, all respect to it. Who's next?
Sell your power.
Who's next?
Ready? You wanna go next?
Honestly, I got nothing for this week.
Wow, really?
Yeah, go for it,
Whoa, wait a minute. You had
that's a shock.
You had 3 weeks to prepare, or should I say, to prepare for this. Sorry, I've been drinking. Prepare for this, and you don't have anything.
Honestly, I don't have anything.
What the fuck were you doing? Just watching wrestling all the time?
Oh my god!
What the fuck I was doing? I was playing fucking Judgment.
There you go. There's your pick for the week.
There you go. Bam.
There's your pick for the week.
I'm trying to get ready for Lost Judgment. I've been fucking having a long hiatus for Judgment, so I'm about to beat it.
Oh my god.
There you go. There's your weekly pick. Boom. Done.
Judgment. There's your pick. All right.
I played it well.
We're not talking about if you played it well. I'm sure you did play it well, but. That's your pick for the week, then, if you've been playing Judgment. I mean...
Yeah, the transition you just made.
I started playing Mega Man X1 last night.
Oh, yeah, honestly, yeah, that's my weekly pick for.
Look, the chat is saying Wing Zero on that greatness.
There's no way I have nothing. So I've been playing Judgment. I had that game on a long hiatus. I bought that game day one and I just stopped playing it for a while. But I recently got back to playing it so I can get ready for part 2, Lost Judgment.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's
a really good Yakuza game. It's Yakuza meets Phoenix Wright.
Okay.
The story's fucking great.
Well, that's all that matters. Look, you're enjoying it, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? You're putting it out to the public, and the game is good. I've seen what the game looks like. It looks like it's a quality game. By all means, if you get a chance, play it. Have an experience. That's all that matters.
Please.
Yeah.
To all my Yakuza fans out there, if you haven't played it yet, play it.
All right.
Great.
Hold on one quick. I want to ask this question to somebody that just brought in about the Gangs of London.
Yeah,
is that kind of like the same thing like Gangs of New York?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
it's not. I know what they're talking about. I've seen it. No, it's not.
Okay.
So yeah,
I've seen Green Street Hooligans.
I've seen that too. Did you see part 2?
I got a big no.
Hey,
thank you.
Yeah, man. Yo, man.
Yeah.
I fooled you, didn't I? I fooled you with that. I had nothing.
You had nothing and then come out with Judgment, huh? Okay. See, he tried to feint on that. He tried to feint on that. That's cool.
Couldn't see you.
Ben.
All right, Odin-san.
What you got?
What
you got?
Well, I got 2, but it depends on event if he's doing one.
Just go ahead. All you need is one.
Yeah,
all you need is one. Go ahead.
One of them is, of course, someone I recommend event, Tiger and Bunny, because it's fucking amazing.
Tiger and Bunny is awesome. It is.
Yeah. Best
Tiger Bunny?
They have a season 2 to that now, don't they?
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah.
Next year.
Tiger and Bunny.
Next year, okay.
Yes. Anime. Yes. It's very fun to watch.
There's 2 movies, though. But
oh, by the way, if anybody's a fan of Data Live, the season 4 has been postponed until next year.
Damn.
God damn it. Fucking son of a bitch. The second one, In-Betweeners, because it's a classic.
Oh, you're speaking my language right now. Yeah. Yep.
Which one was it?
In-Betweeners. In-Betweeners. Yes.
In-Betweeners.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's pretty much a high school comedy, but it's so good. It's so fucking funny. I can see Event being the one for the fucking. What's that?
Oh, it's a sitcom.
Yeah,
it's a sitcom.
Sitcom, yes. Yeah, it's definitely worth watching.
One dude's like, "Hey man, I'm fucking this bitch. I'm doing all this shit," and it's like, "No, you ain't doing fuck all." And then there's just 2 other dudes who are just weird. Like one is obsessed with one chick, and then there's the dude in the classes who's just fucked a popular girl, and that's all his claim to fame.
Okay.
It's quite good, but the best line ever is where they're going to Alton Towers, and that one dude just goes fucking ham. Like, I want to be in front of the crew with my friends, and it's just a bunch of people with disabilities, and he's like, fuck.
Well, there you go.
Football friend.
Well,
is it kind of like a British version of like Friends, or?
Did you say British version of Friends? Oh my God!
I'm just saying. I'm looking. I'm reading.
Serious? Right
I'm reading the. I'm reading the whatchamacallit.
What?
Whoa.
No. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm
gonna catch so much shit for this. I know.
You said the wrong thing. Like, what?
Damn, dude. The British version of Friends.
How
Hold on, I gotta check the chat. Oh shit.
Oh my God. How dare you?
I'm reading the synopsis right now.
Oh my God.
It's based in high school. It's not based on crappy Friends. That's the most.
Okay. I know. I'm seeing that now. Now that I'm reading it.
Now you acknowledge me.
Acknowledge him.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, Suburban Teenage Friends. Okay, I got you. All right. It is not anywhere near like Friends.
Yeah, no.
I was way off.
But we do have some small breaking news.
Okay. Oh, this breaking news. Wait, we have
brought to my attention this morning.
Hold on. We have breaking news. You said?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Breaking news. What's the breaking news?
They actually coming out with a Dracula Transformer.
Jesus Christ, a Dracula.
Oh yeah, that's right. I showed that article last night, and the character's name is Draculus. And then I woke up this morning and here more breaking news.
Transform into?
Oh, wait, we have more.
He turns into a bat.
We have.
He transforms into a bat.
He turns into a bat. Okay.
It's pretty much. I read the article. It's based on.
It's a Decepticon, and he's called Draculus.
Yeah, they're showing tribute to the Universal Studios Dracula.
Okay.
But there's another breaking news piece like that I woke up this morning to,
we have another. I need to read again. Hold on. Breaking news. Go ahead. Breaking news. What is it? Go ahead.
So if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, they're actually releasing 2 additional Transformer figures. One that's a T-Rex and one that is one of the Jurassic Park Jeeps.
Jesus Christ. I can see the Jeep.
So the Jeep turns into a T-Rex?
No, the Jeep turns into a Transformer.
So the Jeep turns to a Transformer.
Yeah. So what does the T-Rex turn into? Megatron?
No. Yeah, that's the link for the Universal thing, Draculus. But let's see if I can find.
Does the T-Rex turn into Megatron?
It's a Dinobot.
Yes, it does.
It's a Dinobot.
Yes, essentially it does.
It's a Dinobot.
It's not called Megatron though.
No, but still,
Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Still, it's a Dinobot. It doesn't matter. It's a Dinobot. So you have one that transforms into a Jeep that is automatically Autobot, and you have one that transforms into a dinosaur. It's a Dinobot. So I don't. Yeah.
No, but I was saying for
but here's the thing. He's called Tyrannicon.
Whatever.
But they do have the purple version of it that looks like Megatron from Beast Wars.
So a Decepticon.
The fucking Transformers names are getting stupid, man.
They are.
Keep
it simple.
No, here's the funny thing about the Dracula Transformer. Me and my mentor Harlem Hilo, shout out to him and his wife. Yo, we made a joke about that.
That's the Jurassic Park one.
We made a joke about the Dracula joint, and lo and behold, it made it happen.
Oh God.
Well,
I mean, what was it? One of them. I never know any of the Transformers names. Like, look at this. Doom will go on and on about all the Transformers names, and he'll be like, oh yeah, there's Tire Jack and fucking Lug Nut and fucking. And connecting rod and camshaft, and I'm like,
actually, now that you say that, I think there is a character named whatchamacallit.
Yeah, and there's probably alternator and blinker fluid too.
Alternator and blinker.
But I hopefully, because I was talking to my mentor about the Dracula Transformer. Hopefully, I guess I'm gonna put money on the side, and hopefully he can get. It says it should be coming out Halloween, but it said in stores November.
$80 fucking because it's from Universal.
Because I wouldn't mind having that before Castlevania month for next month, which I will be doing.
The chat is saying.
Okay, it's just to tell you, for also Chad, there is actually a Back to the Future DeLorean Transformer as well.
I was talking about the other one that I saw in chat there.
The chat is saying we're surprised they haven't had a Transformer, and I say this because it's in the chat, a Transformer tranny turn into a male or female. A Transformer, look, a Transformer is a Transformer already. So technically, it doesn't have to be dare I say, tranny. It doesn't have to be. It's a Transformer. So it doesn't matter.
you just like flip its dick in or out or whatever. Some shit.
Tuck it in the ass. Is that what you're going to do now? You're going to tuck it in the ass? Is that what you're going to do?
Jesus Christ.
Come on, man. What's wrong with y'all?
Well, see, you can't. Don't forget this because there was a Transformer back in the G1 series. Remember,
Bat, yeah, there was. Yeah, they also
there was a bad Transformer. There was Rat-Bat, and then also the Ecto-1.
Yeah, the Ecto-1, exactly.
I'm looking at this one in chat, and it says they made AirRaiser LGBTQ BLT plus male.
Well, hey,
shit.
Well, can I get to
Luigi Big Tits?
Luigi.
Oh yeah. Let's hear what events weekly pick before.
Weekly pick? First off, I want to say if you haven't seen it, watch 9 out of 10 Cats. Very good show. Very hilarious.
Yeah.
Very funny British show, comedy show.
And rest in peace to Shinlock.
Yeah, rest in
You
peace
know
as
what?
well.
Okay.
Yes. But go ahead, Rob.
I have a question for any of the Transformers buffs out there.
Okay.
Maybe for Doom regarding air razors, LGBTQ, whatever.
They're robots.
So here's
okay. Robots.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, let me ask you this: do Transformers have sex?
No, they don't.
Okay. Are they made? Are they okay? How are Transformers made then?
Through Unicron, isn't it?
You're made.
No, it's Primus.
Primus. By Primus. There you go. By Primus.
Okay, so then why do they even need to be sexually functional or have sexual preferences?
Because reasons and feelings for the public. That's why.
Why?
Actually, no. Actually, I would assume it would be. Wouldn't it be the Allspark though?
I guess. I mean, I haven't
like past.
Y'all have to understand.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what's the point? So what's
okay?
The point?
So we have something that actually might know Primus or the Quintessons.
Okay.
Quintessons made the Transformers.
But
Primus, they were a band. That's a band. No, you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Primus was a band.
A plant in Japan. I don't know.
Primus was made
but
by.
What's the point? Like, I don't understand it. Like,
I'm trying to
enjoy things. Try to enjoy things, people.
Man, I can say this: if they were getting it on, there gonna be a lot of sparks, like from metal to metal rubbing.
Oh there's Rule 34, so you know how that goes. All right, it's in the internet, so yeah.
They only made that fucking one boy and that one chick fucking having sex.
Does it matter? It doesn't
matter. It's fucking creepy.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, RC and
the robots.
Fucking
The robots.
Sex?
So
they do have sex.
People do that shit.
That's because artists are horny. That's why. They're horny. Yeah. That's why. That's the only reason why artists do that shit. That's the only reason. They're horny.
Dinobot is transgender as well.
Okay.
How?
Because they're animals.
Because
they're dinosaurs.
He just refused to join their side, like during the war, because Maximals and Decepticons. He had enough.
I can't believe we're going down this route.
How does he? How though? Like, wow! Like, it's not like he has like a 4 foot long dino dong or some shit.
He's just like what I got. Like he had enough of the war. He had enough of the fighting between both, and he decided to do his own thing.
Well, you're talking about what's his name from the Dinobots.
We're going way off topic. I didn't finish my week.
No, it's is Chelsea.
Oh my god!
All right, let me finish.
All right, my weekly pick is called 24 to Life. For those who do not know, it's on Amazon Prime. It is about. Listen, what would you do if you had 24 hours left to go to jail? What would you do for those 24 hours? Would you go see family?
The greatest sex of my life, because I'm not going to get it back for a while.
Well, some people chose that. Some people, like what I'm saying. 24 hours of life. You know, and that's what it's called. Some people, they're in jail for 10 years, they're in 5 years, for 3 years, some a couple months. But some of these, and to be honest, I've been watching this series, and a lot of them are women doing crimes. And it's white-collar crimes, a lot of them. And some of these women, they have newborn kids.
Money laundering and shit.
Yeah, it's money laundering. Yeah. It's some of them actually shot people. Some of them did child trafficking. Some of them did drug trafficking. I'm telling you, this series gets. I'm a doc guy, so this gets serious. So the entire time, how they set you up is they tell you, why they feel it's unfair they're going to jail. They tell you about their family. They have discussions. There's a lot of crying. And they don't tell you what they're in jail for until the end of the episode. That's how they keep you hooked. All right?
I'll tell you.
Then you find out what they're going to jail for. You're like, I don't feel bad for you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Setting forest fires and shit and carrying on? I'm telling you, raping people and carrying on. It's like, what were you thinking? What were you really thinking? Some of these people are hooked on drugs. So it's like, all right, do they go to jail or do they go to, some type of rehab? You know what I mean? Depending. But some of these people were on drugs and shot people. So it's like, okay, well then you need to go to jail. You know what I mean? Like some of these people got caught. Like, for example, one girl was was driving and didn't know that there was drugs in her car when she was helping her boyfriend out, and they went somewhere and he put drugs in the car and they stopped him. She didn't know. So it's like, okay, I feel a little bad for you because he didn't put you in the loop. You get what I'm saying? He didn't let you know what was fully going on. But some of these people were child trafficking minors for sex, and I'm like, yo, no, I don't care if you're 25 or you're 45. Go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not collect $200. Do not pass go. You get what you get. You know what I mean? Like
you deserve the death penalty for that shit.
Yeah. So for me, it's an incredible series. There's a number of seasons, but it gets to a point where you have to say, all right, enough is enough, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Own up to your crime. A lot of people own up to their crime, but still during that time, they're saying, it's unfair. It's unfair. I shouldn't go to jail for this. It's unfair. I don't want to leave my family. It's unfair. I'm like, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Without going to jail.
Yeah. You should go to jail for what you fucking did. Exactly. So it's one of those things where you really have to take a stance of being neutral until you find out the entire story until the end. Then when you find out the end, you're like, yo, fuck this person. You know? Like, fuck this person.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
I'll tell you what Doom would do if he had 24 to life. He'd go to Chicken Express, get some chicken tenders, and watch anime.
There you go.
Until it's time for him to go.
But I mean, see, like these people, they connect with long lost loved ones. They end up slapping the shit out of them. They end up arguing with them. Yeah, I mean, it gets serious, and it's like, yo, I understand you're doing a lot of this for the camera, but a lot of crying, a lot of I don't deserve this, a lot of entitlement, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know, you did this crime.
Wait, so this is okay? Maybe I didn't understand the premise of this. I thought that this is like real. These are like real crimes that people did.
These are real crimes. This isn't. No, this is
okay. I thought this was like written for TV. I thought this was written for TV. Like these are characters played out and it shows their story.
No, this
like
is real
or whatever. And then like they have a choice to go run amok before they get locked up or they get suspended
this is a docuseries. It is real. And
that shit's cool.
Yeah, and these people, the way they say it's not fair, I'm like, the fuck you mean it's not fair? You money laundered $250,000. Go to jail. The fuck? You know what I mean? I don't want to leave my husband.
Dude, would you watch that?
It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy.
Dude, would you watch that?
Watch what?
24 to Life.
Probably not.
What if it had some anime girls that just got experimented on?
Thanks for running down my pick.
Yes, right? Probably not.
Yeah, thanks for running down my pick. Yeah.
No, this is literally his argument every single time. He goes, I was like, why do you watch so much anime? And he's like, because there's nothing else to watch.
Nah,
what are you talking about?
There's shit to watch, dude. There's shit on there.
No. I say the reason why I watch anime is because there's no good American cartoons anymore.
Oh well,
there's other shows besides cartoons, though.
Well, yeah, but anime pretty much has its hands on everything. So
true.
Yeah, all this.
This sounds interesting.
Yeah,
this sounds interesting.
The premise is always, what if you had 24 hours left? What would you do before you go to jail? And you see what people pick, and it's interesting to see what people pick.
Yeah.
It's very.
This will break up. This will break up my my watchings pretty nicely then, because lately I've been watching like just rewatching all of Kitchen Nightmares and shit like that, and just usually have that playing in the background. But this ought to be a nice little distraction.
Great comment for the stage. You know what I mean? He came back up and getting my pick. Great comment for the stage. I'm for it.
God,
you're still a big Chelsea supporter. I don't like you.
No, like I said, I mean, there's not really that many good American cartoons being made anymore. So it's anime kind of just took that over because they have better stories.
We knew that during the early 2000s.
What do you mean better stories? They're all the same story. It's all random group of people getting experiment. Oh, this person was an experiment that ran away, or it's really sad about their backstory because they were experimented on, or they have this power because they were experimented on.
I'm talking about good ass cartoons like Dexter's Laboratory and shit like that.
Craig McCracken,
Johnny Bravo.
Wait. Craig McCracken
Ren and
does
Stimpy,
have a
good
cartoon.
shit.
Craig McCracken has
today's stuff is
out. He does.
Fucking garbage.
Craig McCracken is the same person who made those things, especially like Powerpuff Girls and stuff. He has a new cartoon series out. He does. So there are some that are still around. So yeah, I would say I wouldn't discount. There's still Genny Tartakovsky, Craig McCracken, like I said, who did Samurai Jack, Dexter's laughing on them. They're still around. They're still around.
The dude that did a regular show, he did another like an adult cartoon show. The dude that
somebody just named it right there.
Yeah, Primal.
What was it called?
Yeah, Primal.
Yeah. There's another one too. It's called, I forgot what the fuck it's called. It's another one, and it's like about young adults trying to raise a kid or whatever in the modern era or some shit. And I forget what the hell it's called, but it was made by the same people that did regular show, and that one looked really interesting too.
See, I couldn't get into a regular show.
Why?
I don't know. I just for some reason just couldn't.
But I'm saying it's made by the same people that did regular show, but it's people though, but it's animated and it's a cartoon, but it's for adults.
I mean, that's what we got. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our stream, and I want to play this for y'all just to let y'all know, just so y'all know that we are here, and it's always going to be this way. I think I'm going to play this song from now on, so that everybody knows that it's always all right to disagree. That it's always, it could be a misunderstanding, but it's okay. One or the other, we are always going to sit here and we're going to talk as a group, as, dare I say, a family, as an inner circle. One way or another, we're going to have this talk. And no matter what we agree or disagree with, we still going to be all right at the end of this. That's how it works. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. That's how it works. I'm just saying. So I want to say thank you to all who watched or listened. I want to thank everybody who participated. I want to thank all the haters who's not there anymore. All right? I want to thank them too. All right? But still, at the end of the day, we still here. All right? Now they screaming Judas and they screaming Judas on my mind in the chat.
Oh shit.
Either way, we are still here for you, and we will be back in the future. But anyways, y'all have a good one. Take care of your loved ones. Again, rest in peace to Daffney Unger, and rest in peace to people from 9 out of 10 cats. It's sad that it's happened, but these things happen. We could be here today or gone tomorrow. One way or another, we still gonna be here for you.
Also, don't forget to where we can be found.
Yeah,
we're not just on Twitch.
We're not on Twitch. Yeah, we're on Amazon now. That's right. Amazon Music invited us to come through, so we on Amazon Music as well. So we're on SoundCloud. We are on Spotify. We are on Amazon Music. We're on Apple iTunes, and we are on YouTube. We are all over the place as far as I'm concerned. So you know what? Small applause for that, I would say. Yes. So I just gotta give that applause. It happens. But thank you.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere. Thank you for all the people who are subscribed, who's still rocking with us. We are here. I will talk to y'all later, or should I say we will talk to you later. And y'all be safe. And until next time, we are out.
Peace, everybody. Thank you for stopping by.